radio shock jocks. The biggest are Opie and Anthony.
These people say shocking things that border on offensive in order to entertain their audience.
I refuse to sit here and think that radio has to be nice. Why? Why does radio, out of any other medium, have to be nice? We are being now held to a standard where we have to be nice and make people feel good. Go screw!
Radio bad boys, Opie and Anthony.
Controversial radio personalities, Opie and Anthony.
Infamous DJs, Opie and Anthony.
Talk show radio hosts, Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony.
Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony. Shock jocks, Opie and Anthony.
Tom Brokaw, NBC Nightly News. Wardrobe.
Opie and Anthony.
Opie and Anthony.
What are you doing in death?
I've been hanging a lot with JFK, and he's the life of the party, let me tell you.
Why would he be the life of the party?
At the party, he's the one that goes around with the Doritos, and he fills his head with salsa.
It's time for people to understand these are words. If you don't like them, turn the dial.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
I like that intro.
Woo. That's fun.
Bravo, Steve. Bravo. Bravo, Steve. Bravo.
It's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny. It's over, Johnny.
Don't you do it! Don't you! I got nowhere else to go! I got nowhere else to go! I got nothing else.
You're gonna be okay! We're cake for nothing!
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. Lord Jesus, this ain't happening, man. This can't be happening, man. This isn't happening.
Also want to thank Derek for the intro. I got the email too. Don't worry, Steve. No, Steve and Derek worked real hard on the intro, the brand new intro for the Opie and Anthony show. The One virus is here. Our phone number 1-866-313-FREE. That's 1-866-313-FREE. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, little story plopped down in front of me.
Yes.
And it got me to thinking. I want to wake up.
Oh, we're waking people.
You know, we wake up people from time to time, right?
Every so often.
We have woken the amputees in the past.
Mm-hmm.
We have woken the horny housewives, the MILFs. Who else?
Stepdads.
Stepdads with hot stepdaughters.
Yeah.
That one was a little twisted. I don't know. I forgot the other ones offhand. I want to wake up the strippers that are working their way through college.
Good luck. They aren't waking up.
Oh, yeah.
Not this early.
Maybe they're driving home.
They're just getting home.
Maybe they're driving home.
All coked out.
I guess
desperate need of a shower.
Maybe that's what we should do. We should say hi to the people that are actually going to bed now.
That are still like up, yeah, going, oh, why am I up? Why did I drink so much? Why did I go out?
Stupid people at work said, let's go to happy hour.
Why didn't I stay in school?
Now I don't know where my wallet and keys are. How am I going to explain this to my wife?
I rang up $40,000 on my Amex at the strip club. I'll just say I was ripped off.
I love those stories.
Oh, those stories are great. The second they come out, you just believe the strip club.
Yeah.
It's like this guy was ordering champagne. He had 4 girls at a clip coming over.
What was the great one where it was like $200,000?
Scores. It was
at Scores.
Yeah. It was ridiculous.
And that guy, he had a pretty good case because they try
the lawyer for the guy said, look, man, he would have had a lap dance every 5 seconds for this to be true.
Yeah.
And he would have had to, like, order a bottle of champagne every, like, 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then when when they itemized his bill, it looked pretty ridiculous.
I still believe the strip club, though.
Do you really?
know the guy is just like, the life of the party. Yeah, he probably has like 5 girls over there.
Yeah.
With him, 5 girls at a clip, all his friends, buying everybody drinks, trying to make everyone his pal at the strip club. And then you get your bill and go, what? This can't be possible. This is hundreds of thousands of dollars in something I have nothing to show for.
Well, I think a lot of these strip clubs realize that they could kind of,
fudge it a little bit.
Fudge it a little bit, knowing you're not going to, open up your bill in front of your wife and start going over the charges on your Amex.
If
you just want that paid immediately. Preferably online.
Yeah, online. Don't look at my statement, dear.
Don't even bother mailing statements to my house anymore.
Yeah, please don't.
You're not going to tell your wife, honey, I had 2 Diet Cokes before that next face dance. This is a lie.
How many guys call their bank and just go, don't send statements to my house anymore?
Is there a way I could just come by and pay you in cash with no paper trail at all on this one? Who's leaving their Amex as a you just run a tab and put the dancers and everything on it?
Yeah.
Like I might be able to understand. I get a little nervous when I leave my Amex at a bar and go just run a tab, because a lot of times I'll forget and leave and forget about my Amex and come back the next day, and it's got friction burns where people have been swiping it all night. It's actually been burnt.
Are you talking about F.H. Riley's this past Saturday night? Don't ever leave your Amex at the bar there. My God.
They'll get you.
Oh, man, the listeners will get you. There's a lot of hate in their souls. When Opie makes an announcement that everyone drinks for free for an hour, it's based on hate in some of these people, because
they like to drink.
I saw a guy walk away from the bar with like 6 or 7 beers. He was hugging them.
Oh, thanks.
He couldn't get
got one in his mouth.
My God, in moderation, my friends.
You're doing.
I'm doing a good deed. You don't have to be a glutton about it. Hey, let's say hi to Frank in Astoria. Frank, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up?
Listen, I don't know if you guys ever seen this one, but Penn Station around 4:30 to 6 in the morning, you see all the hookers going back to Long Island, and the way you can tell who they are, they carry like soft duffel bags, always over their shoulder, and you can tell they're strippers or hookers, and everybody's checking them out. Everybody's drunk going home.
They got all their stinky clothes in that duffel bag. All their stinky stripper clothes that smell like perfume and sweat.
You know how I can always tell a girl's a hooker if I said hi and she said hi back.
And didn't scream for the police.
So at Penn Station here in New York, you see a lot of strippers going back home to Long Island?
Absolutely. You get there between 4:30 and 6 in the morning. They catch those last trains out or the first one out back home. You see them there. They're there every Thursday through Saturday night.
Not their first train of the evening, though. You know what I mean?
I was just reading a book about Vegas, and they say that if you take a Sunday flight home, like a Sunday afternoon flight, Sunday night flight home, you'll see all the strippers and whores going back to their hometowns. Really? They say the airport is filled with strippers and whores in Vegas on Sunday
Where are they
night.
going?
I thought, stupid me, that they all just lived in Vegas, but I guess, it's so lucrative out there that these girls, they actually fly in on a Thursday, spend the weekend, and they fly home, and they go back to living with their parents or whoever, and no one knows that they're actually going to Vegas on the weekends and doing what they're doing. Have no clue.
I thought you could notice them on the planes because they're kind of sitting on one cheek as they're flying.
The girl doing a headstand now for.
Yeah. No thanks. I'll just stand the whole flight.
I just assumed they all just lived locally, but I guess this is a real thing, that they all fly in around a Thursday and they go home on a Sunday night and then go back to another job or something in their hometowns.
Wow.
And most of their family have no clue that they're flying out to Vegas every weekend and doing a little hooking. They make excuses like, they got a long-distance relationship with a boyfriend or something.
Yeah, sure. And the family believes that. Well, you do whatever you got to do.
Well, Let's go to Alicia on Long Island. Alicia, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. By the way, this is Phone Call Thursday on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Phone call.
Lots of phone calls from our listeners today.
What is Phone Call Thursday?
Well, we give the listeners a chance to help the Opie and Anthony Show out.
Phone Call Thursday.
Oh, no.
No?
No.
That can only be used for...
So we can't do it in the same style. Jimmy, why don't you help us out? How would you say Phone Call Thursday?
How would I say Phone Call Thursday?
Miss, you're interrupting. I'm trying to accomplish something here.
You're interrupting an artist. Let him speak.
It's Phone Call Thursday.
Oh.
Thursday, right?
Accentuate the F.
If you don't have spittle on both lips, you did it wrong.
By the way, a lot of people get confused, but Thursday is the only day that he could pronounce Thursday.
Oh, right.
A lot of people do that with every day of the week, but only Thursday. It's a little known fact. You could say Thursday.
So it's Thursday?
So it's Phone Call Thursday.
Phone Call Thursday.
Phone Call Thursday. What's up, Alicia?
The day of the week things.
That's why we're doing it.
I mean, no.
We are the most annoying people people on radio.
Alicia.
I just imagine, like, people in their cars just annoyed, like, why do I even listen to these guys?
Or people who don't like the show who just, I'll give it one more shot, and they turn back on for 3 seconds, and they hear, Phone Call Thursday, and they're like, what is this crap?
Why am I listening?
By the way, I got to say hi to Con Ed. Wow, do we have fans in Con Ed?
Yeah?
Wow, yeah, we do.
Oh.
They're doing a little project in the neighborhood, and, hey, you're the DJ that's in trouble.
Really? Oops.
Well, they were
fans
of the Opie and Anthony show.
Very supportive.
What happened to Alicia?
Oh, did she go away? I have to talk to her. She's from Long Island.
All right, let's go to Scott in California. Scott, what's up?
Hey, man, how's it going? Love you. Love the show.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I was out this weekend out in L.A. here with my friends, and we were all getting wasted. And we decided to go to Spearmint Rhino out here.
Uh-huh.
And my friend decided to take a $1,000 credit card advance. And so I walked by and see him with two girls getting a lap dance. And just blew $1,000.
Oof. $1,000, huh?
Unbelievable. I mean, yeah. $100,000 is a tough one to blow in a night, but a big businessman showing off could happen. I mean,
definitely.
That's a lot.
I don't understand though. You go out with your buddies to a strip club or whatever, and you're spending that much money on just lap dances. I don't really get that. I don't really get where you're spending like thousands of dollars in a strip club.
I've seen people do it.
A lap dance or two, sure, whatever, but.
Yeah, I've seen people do it, though. They buy their friends' lap dances.
What do they
every 2 seconds,
get?
there's a lap dance going on.
You like lap dances that much, or is it get into the frustration zone?
The lap dance is the dumbest thing ever. It is such a nothing thing. It's not even a tease. It's just annoying. I can't stand that. No touching, no this. If you're going to pay for a lap dance, you should be able to grab some hips. You know what I mean? Grab those hips and drag them over onto your lap. It's a lap dance. It's not a dangling a few inches above my lap dance. Rotate your head and slap your hair into my lap dance. That dumb move. Oh, yeah, I love when you whip my jeans with your hair. I'm paying for this?
Do you like, though, the sexy move they do is when they stand up and they look seductively at you and they spank their own ass? Like they take the one hand and they spank their own cheek?
Yeah.
So naughty she had to discipline herself.
Where they turn around and they turn their back to you and then they look over their shoulder and then maybe put that one finger in their mouth and go like, I've been naughty, and then the hand comes up and goes, smack.
Excuse me, you missed the part.
Because they're sizzling hot. Oh, stop it.
I love they're like an inch away from you, and they're like, no touching.
No touch. Yeah, and some big bruisers over there looking at you, making sure you don't touch. If you do, you get a fist dance.
Imagine doing that. But imagine doing that in the animal kingdom.
You'd be ripped apart.
Yeah, like a female, let's go with a lioness, teasing a lion inches from his face and then goes,
Don't touch.
Because they don't speak English, but
you know how that always ends up?
Yeah.
With the lion with his teeth on the back of her neck and him taking care of business. That's how it works.
That's the cut the malarkey toots of the animal kingdom. the teeth in the back of the neck.
Lions still using toots?
Speaking of lions, they have a very good technique.
Yeah.
When they're having their sex.
Uh-huh.
What animal has very good technique when they're having sex?
The lion or any of the cat family is pretty good because they dig their claws in to the shoulders.
Yeah.
And then they bite the back of the neck.
Yeah.
And that's how they're holding on. And that's pretty much you ain't going nowhere.
What animal has awful technique?
Awful technique?
The horse of German pornography doesn't do too well. Stands there stupidly. A bunch of people with bad music in the background abuse him.
That's a question we're going to answer today. I think the lion has very good technique.
Good technique.
Very good, yes.
I think, to tell you the truth, dog's awful technique.
A little weird.
Awful technique, especially when they slip off and have to stand there back to back looking stupid. You ever see when they get stuck together and they're just tail to tail looking in opposite directions? Yeah. No. And the male dog is now in some kind of pain because it's kind of backwards.
Yeah.
Because they're tail to tail. And they're just facing an opposite direction. One dog's looking one way, one's looking the other. The male dog's going, what do you want from me? I'm in pain.
Cat's just awful.
Yeah.
Oh, just awful. And the screaming that comes out of the females in the middle of the night.
All right. And that's at the point where you got to take your shoe and poke a little to make them go. Nothing more fun than a cat in heat to screw around with your shoe.
Oh, the male cat, though, man. He's got to get some.
Oh, going wild.
Is that a cat having sex? I've heard that noise.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's the cat in heat. And then when they start having sex, you just hear like... and if you look out in your yard the next morning, there's fur everywhere. Like, they just tear it up.
Wait, do that screaming. No, the screaming. When I hear that, I think one thing. Size queen.
Size queen of the cat world.
Let's say hi to Steve in Jersey. Steve, what's up?
Hello?
Hey there, Steve.
Hey.
You're on the air, Steve.
See, this is why we're not fans of Phone Call Thursday, because some of the fans are still asleep.
Yeah.
All right, my bad.
Let's go, Steve. Let's go.
What's on?
I was down in Philly a couple weeks ago, and at cheerleaders and getting lap dances, and I was sitting there with my hands to my side, because usually you're not allowed to touch it all, right?
Right.
So she looked at me, and she's like, is everything okay? And I was like, yeah. So she goes, well, you're able to touch me. And I was like...
Hold on, sir. She grabs your hands.
You know, I should have gave up on you as soon as I said Steve, and you weren't ready.
You know the words that we're not allowed to use on
He hung up on himself.
From radio.
He committed radio suicide.
That's one of them.
That was one of the
radio suicide.
You could never say.
Yeah, like it should be known.
Yeah, and you'll never be able to say that on regular radio. So, well, Philly has the bathing suit clubs.
What?
Yeah.
When we go down to Philly for, WYSP and stuff, they, especially back in the day, they would take us to the bathing suit club.
Bathing suits.
I forgot the name of it, where the girls all dance in bathing suits.
And they're in bikinis.
Bikinis.
Because there's alcohol? Is that their alcohol rule?
Yeah, there's some kind of rule with alcohol within...
Do they even get topless? I don't even remember.
In the club, and then touching, I think. I think you could grab their hips if they're not naked. I don't know what the ruling is. There's so many dumb rules to that. People that go to strip clubs aren't thrown through the door against their will. And the girls that are dancing are in there because that's what they've chosen to do or whatever. Right. But so why can't you just go in there? If they let you touch them, you touch them. You want to drink, you can drink. If they want to take all their clothes off, they can take all their clothes off. What the hell? Who honed in on that action?
I don't know.
As a politician and just kind of ruined it for everybody. They need to put their panties on. And I will make sure all the strip clubs have girls that are wearing clothing. What? Why?
How about you worry about the traffic problem in and around New York City?
I'm not voting for you.
No, I'm not either.
And we've said it before, once that happens, you can never get the guy that's going to run on the platform of, I will get the strip clubs to take off the panties.
That would be
That'd be a kook.
Yeah, but who isn't voting for him, man?
You know what? Unfortunately, a lot of people aren't. A bunch of do-gooders.
All right, let's stay out of Mike in Syracuse. We got to take a break, but we're gonna try to figure out which animal has the best technique today. We just made this up on the spot. We're crazy.
I'll tell you who has the worst technique on the planet.
What?
Human beings.
Yeah, well.
Humans just look silly. Like, at least the animal kingdom, there's some, like, brr to it. There's, like, there's viciousness to it. It's almost like a fight. And people having sex, and I'm not talking about porno. Yeah. Porno, they kind of figured out how to make it look really cool. But your average Joe and Jane laying in bed, it just looks silly.
Oh, because everyone's body conscious.
Yeah.
They're not body conscious in the animal kingdom.
You ever in a hotel where there's a mirror, and you just, like, glance over at yourself going at it, and you go like, wow, that just looks... I'm glad we're the only two people in this room, because that just looks silly. Believe me, feels great, looks silly.
You gotta stop.
That's why you can't videotape yourself and then watch it back.
Yeah.
You know, if you're ever going to take a camcorder and hook it up to the television, that's fine and dandy. Don't put a tape in. Just run it in camera mode so you can kind of watch it on TV if that's what you want to do. But taping it, what are you going to use that for? You're going to watch it later and go, hey, look at that.
Hold on. Is that what you do?
I've done it in the past.
You seemed a little too familiar with the camcorder to the TV.
Dude, when camcorders were, like, really getting popular, and I picked one up, you got to do that. You kind of, set up the camera and the TV and go, see what this looks like.
Yeah.
But you don't put a tape in. You just let it run like a monitor. You're monitoring it.
Why would you tape it if you're the only going to watch it, though? Like,
because I'm never going to watch it. Why would I want to watch that?
Why wouldn't you?
You just don't watch it.
Yeah, all the season finales are happening now. You're going to need something to watch on TV. American Idol's over.
First of all, I never wanted anything on tape just in case. Because you just don't know where the hell it might end up.
What do you want to do? If there's a Yankee rain delay, do you want to watch the Greg Nettles years, or do you want to watch yourself having sex?
Hey, Nettles was good.
Hey, let's say hi to Mike in Syracuse. I got to tell you, I was talking to my friend Dan Murphy yesterday from Syracuse, and he told me that we're blowing up in Syracuse. So, good morning to Syracuse. What's up, Mike?
Good morning, guys. We're wide awake. We wake up early to listen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. What's up?
Anyways, okay, down here in Syracuse, we got a couple clubs, and there's no alcohol, so there's no bathing suits. But next door, there's a bar, so you can always walk next door. But you get your own room with a lap dance, and so for every $20 you drop, you get that next level.
Oh, so if you drop 40, they get a little more than if you give 20. Is there actual sex going on?
I'm broke, so I don't know. But,
he's never been able to completely level up.
He's never reached the last plateau.
Me and my buddy dropped $100 there, and we were both shirtless, and she was completely lacking her bathing suit.
You can stay totally nude.
Totally nude.
All right.
Kingdom of nakedness.
All right, punch it out, guys.
Thank you, and once again, good morning to Syracuse. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
You guys ready? Good luck, Jordan. Good luck, Blake. Dim the lights. Here we go. After a world record vote of 74 million, the winner of American Idol 2007 is...
Women call me plucky. I don't care. He does not care.
Jordan, stop!
I don't care.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show, yes.
I don't care.
American Idol is finally over and whatever.
Jordan, a male or a female?
Exactly. Well, last night when I was watching the finale last night, just the last couple of minutes whenever they announced
They turned it
the
into
winner.
an award show last night.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Whoops, that's still playing. Okay.
And I don't care. And I was watching, and they announced the winner as Jordan, and I swear I thought the guy won. They both hugged, and I'm like, oh, look at that. The guy won.
Beatbox dude.
And apparently that wasn't Jordan.
No, well.
See, this is how little I cared about this season.
Jordan is the youngest American Idol winner. She's 17. She's the daughter of a football player, Sparks there.
Oh, Felipe Sparks.
Yeah. That's his daughter. And she's kind of built like a linebacker with a beautiful face.
Big girl.
She's beautiful in the face.
Yeah.
But when they film her from behind and you see those broad shoulders.
Oh, yeah.
She's a biggin'.
She got a lot on her.
And she's only 17, so oof.
She a good singer?
She still has youth on her side, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she definitely improved throughout the season there, Jimmy. I know way too much about this American Idol. I think I was watching it just to be informed for this dumb show.
Oof. I couldn't even.
Because Melinda Doolittle was the best in the competition, but you knew what you were getting right off the bat. And Jordan Sparks improved week after week after week and really started to impress everybody near the end there. She's got a great voice. Whatever. Whatever.
Enough.
So
glad it's over.
It's over, Johnny. Yes. We were supposed to start with this cute story because we were waking up the strippers.
Yeah.
That are working their way through college, and then you had a brilliant observation that maybe they're just going to bed right now.
Yeah, probably just getting home.
And then we went off on a little tangent because it's Pot Talk Thursday, and now we're back on track. And this is the story we wanted to play about 15 minutes ago.
Is this yours?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
By day, she works at Blue Line Coffee Shop, selling cappuccino and scones.
Medium triple latte for here?
Yeah.
As a sociology student studying in Europe,
Do you want anything else?
22-year-old Jenny Heineman became interested in another line of work.
Taking a course on sexuality and culture, and got introduced to the kind of underground culture of sex work, and became very interested in the rights of sex workers.
Sex workers, like strippers.
Upon returning to the States, just my curiosity, I guess, and my desire to work with these women led me to get a job.
There you go, folks. Very beautiful Kitty coming up next.
Not just any job.
Jenny to the stage, please.
Yeah.
By night, Jenny dances at the 20s Club.
All right, this is what I don't get. So she's in college, right?
Mm-hmm.
She works at a coffee shop during the day. Why?
Yeah.
If you're stripping at night and getting the big bucks at night, why would you work at the coffee shop? Just to have the illusion that you're just a college kid with a regular college-type job?
And she should be making enough money stripping.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Unless she's the worst stripper in the world.
Yeah.
Coming home with change.
All she thinks of are scones.
What does she look like? Anybody?
All right. Well, she's running a thesis on her experience and other strippers.
I probably go up on stage maybe 4 times in a 5-hour shift. And I'm constantly thinking, please don't fall.
We're thinking fall.
Stuff in 5-inch heels.
And the rest of the time is...
Wait a minute, that's her? Oh, you scared me, because that looks like the chick that used to be on Trump's show, The Apprentice. The blonde that was in the boardroom helping with the decisions. Yuck. You scared? Ew.
Was that her? Is that her right there?
She's kind of cute. I mean, she's deceptive.
She's got the red hair and the glasses. She looks like that singer.
Lisa Loeb.
Yeah, she looks like Lisa Loeb.
She looks like Lisa Loeb.
Cute. A chubby Lisa Loeb. Ugh.
Yeah, she's a little... Well, do they show her, like, dancing a little bit?
Yeah, do they, Danny?
Yeah, they show her stripping, and she looks exponentially better with all the makeup.
All right, timeout. Timeout. I'm calling a timeout on the show.
Uh-oh, timeout.
E-Rock, you're wrecking the Dance Danny bit. You know that, right? See, when he walks in the door, even if we're in the middle of something, then his music plays, because then everyone out there in radio land goes, oh, Danny must be entering the studio. You don't start his music when he talks on mic, and when he's already in here.
And when you pause the show, shouldn't he pause the video that we're watching?
Of course.
In conjunction with the story that we're talking about?
Of course.
Well, it's too late now.
I think you officially ruined the Dance Dance Danny bit. No. Yes, I really do.
Oh.
Danny, go ahead.
Well, what I was saying was that when she puts the makeup on in her stripping routine, she looks exponentially better than she does working at the coffee shop.
Oh, really?
Okay.
All right.
Hold on. I want to go over there and break Eric's shaking fingers.
Eric doesn't even get it.
As a joke, I'm going, press it now. Like, as Danny was talking, he should have hit the music again.
Hit it again.
Because then the joke would be on him.
Like,
right.
Both, like,
Right.
And his hand is hovering. He's so nervous. His hand is hovering.
It's like, no.
Shaky above the button.
Opie didn't tell me
What's the matter
to.
with you?
Everyone else is going, hit the button.
It would've been
It takes the
funny.
heat off. It's almost like an FU to everybody.
Yeah, it would have been funny.
Oh, you don't know funny.
Thank you, Danny. It was good seeing you on the show.
Here I
There goes Danny, everybody.
And how do we know he's leaving?
Because the music's playing.
Good job, E-Rock.
So long, Danny. Until next time. Yeah.
She's learned to strut her stuff in 5-inch heels.
And the rest of the time is spent kind of mingling with customers and doing dances for customers at tables.
See, this is the problem, man. They're taking the sex out of the strip clubs by calling us now customers.
Customers.
And they're like exotic dancers. And stop.
There she is on the pole. Okay.
Customers.
Roll that. There she is. Well, I'm not. I think she see why she's at the coffee shop.
I think she's enjoying the treats a little too much at the coffee shop.
Yeah, a few too many scones.
Yeah, you think the scones are fat-free, but they're not. They give you a little bit of a belly there.
Yeah.
Doing dances for customers at tables.
This is the first time the 20s Club has allowed a camera inside.
Ooh.
But the club is still protective of its customers and dancers. Jenny is the only one allowed to appear on camera. Her experience with the customers and her fellow workers at the 20s Club eventually became the subject of her honors thesis at UNO, entitled Work and Gender, a Midwest Strip Club Ethnography.
Ethnography.
I want to take that stripper's glasses and step on them. Like Woody Allen and take the money and run. The nerve of that phony to try to sound like a genius who's having to step into the whore industry for a little while. God, is she irritating.
In between making lattes.
Can we hear the name of that? I can't remember what she just said. The name of that, possibly again?
The name of what? The thesis?
Her thesis.
Thesis. I think I got it.
It's with the customers and her fellow workers at the 20s Club eventually became the subject of her honors thesis at UNO, entitled Work and Gender, a Midwest Strip Club Ethnography.
Ethnography?
Ethnography.
What?
No one knows.
Did we
what that
stump Anthony? Ethnography. What is that?
Ethnography?
ETHNOGRAPHY.
Is it any type of a history of a certain ethnicity? That's the only thing I can think of.
I would think, ography, some type of... Ography. And then eth being of the ETH variety.
I hope the definition is to ethno.
To ethno.
All right, ethno.
The location of the
ethnography. Okay, a branch of anthropology dealing with the scientific description of individual cultures.
Oh, okay. It is kind of like ethnic.
All right, here we go. And finally...
But why did she have to call it that? Why couldn't she call, I made coffee and stripped by, and then put her name? Why would you try to sound...
Because she's a smarty pants.
Let's call it Stripper Diaries.
Yeah, Diaries of a Stripper.
Something dumb like that.
Exactly. Or things I thought while I was lap dancing some creepy businessman with dumpster breath. I want to be honest about it.
Well, that's the subtitle. You know how you have the catchy title, and then underneath it, it would be what Jimmy said. So it would be awful. Stripper Diaries, and then subtitle what?
Thoughts I've had while giving lap dances to creepy businessmen with dumpster breath.
She doesn't shut up about this too at the strip club.
Yeah.
Like in between songs, which is the worst time for a stripper, when they kind of cover up and start talking to you about their life. And I'm doing a thesis on this. Are you?
And then
great.
And then you, as Joe Businessman, you look her right in the eye and go, "If I wanted to hear you talk, if I wanted to hear a woman talk, I'd go home." Messed up the line.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, he didn't. Apparently, the machine says different.
All right, and, well, this is what she's trying to get done with her ethnography.
I think it's a very, very worthwhile topic for us to really look at.
Professor and chair of UNO's Sociology Anthropology Department, Shireen Rajaram, applauds Jenny Heinemann's courage and says only through this kind of first-hand account can sociologists identify real issues and dispel stereotypes.
I mean, it's a huge industry, right? And so I think it is important for us as sociologists, as anthropologists, to really shed light on some of the issues, especially the social injustices.
Jenny says the biggest injustice is the stigma placed on her fellow dancers.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these women are doing this to support their families. Several of them are single mothers. They work very hard in a job that can be quite tiresome.
If nothing...
See, I don't get it, because it's happening in the porn industry, too. Like, we've had a lot of porn stars on our show and strippers, and they want some kind of, like, respect for what they do.
Sorry.
It's like, sorry. I'm not going to sit here and, like, verbally abuse you or something, but I'm not going to respect you because you're a porn star, and now you have to be... what are they? They're called exotic... What are they called now?
Adult film stars.
Adult film stars. You can't really even call them porn stars anymore.
But I don't know what myths are they trying to dispel here.
Yeah.
Like, okay, some of them are single moms. Well, I'm surprised. You mean some of them don't have healthy relationships? I find that hard to believe. And some of them support their families. And everyone knows that. It's not a family. It's a boyfriend who does meth and hits them.
Yeah.
We've all seen the suitcase pimps dragging them. What are you where's the myths?
This is, I think they should leave it to the people that actually frequent the clubs and see these girls, a lot of different ones, and are able to take a nice sample of these girls. You realize that they are usually very effed up, alcoholics, drug addicts in horrible relationships with a lot of abusive men. Where's the stereotype?
Yeah, look, if you're looking for respect, then don't be a stripper. If you're making $1,000 a night and more, you're not really going to get a lot of respect.
Daddy issues.
If you want respect, go get a job as a secretary, toots.
That's it.
And if you want to dispel myths, have customers go, after the song was over, she sat and talked with me for free.
Yeah.
There you go.
For free. Yeah, it was great. She's really smart. She didn't ask me to buy her a drink.
She gave me her real name.
Yeah.
All right. Here's
spelling myths. Stop it.
Here's the end of the story.
They work very hard in a job that can be quite tiresome.
If nothing else, she hopes to raise awareness of inequities and earn the dancers the respect she thinks they deserve.
Get to know your local stripper. That's the message. We should end on that. Yeah.
Oh, great. There you go. To all you serial killers out there.
Yeah, just get to know. Start stalking.
Start stalking. Because that's what the local stripper wants, to actually get to know the customer.
Get to know her.
Yeah, all right.
Strippers don't want to know us. That's the problem.
They don't want to know them. Exactly. All these guys that are going in there want to know the strippers more.
They look at you as a wallet, a faceless, nameless wallet.
More money, please. Oh,
get to know your local stripper.
What a delusional ass.
Could you imagine you're the dummy going into a strip club because you saw that story like, I just want to get to know you.
Hey,
so
did you see that news report?
Did you watch American Idol last night? I couldn't believe Jordan won.
Yeah.
Excuse me, are you going to pay for the next lap dance or what? If not, I got to move on to the guy next to you.
And she will move on.
I'm just getting to know you.
I saw a report about you girls,
right.
And, you do deserve a little more respect. Shut up. Cough up some cash or I'm moving on.
Look, both sides know the deal. Simple as that.
It was a phony story. It was phony, the way they were all trying to doll it up with brilliant language.
Yeah.
You strip, and you wanted to strip, and you made good money. Good for you.
Yeah.
Talk to the poor saps leaving broke who have to explain to their wives why they have no money. Because the wife won't have sex with them and the stripper led them on. She pretended she wanted to get to know me, and then when I was broke, she didn't.
Right. She got to know me until I ran out of money. That's what happens.
That's it. You're on the clock with them.
Yeah, all right.
Not that I blame the strippers, though. I'm sure most guys that go in are awful. Those people that I don't want to talk to for more than 30 seconds, they have to sit on their lap and pretend that the guy's funny and cute.
But that's the deal. Like, that's the give and take of both sides. How about they do a news story on the guys that frequent these clubs much too much? The guys that are in there a lot. I'm not talking about the occasional go out with your friends thing, but the guys that are in there all the time. Do a story on how they should be respected because they're supporting these girls. No, they're a bunch of creeps running in there. We used to talk about all the different types of guys that would go in. We'd point them out. There's old guy. There's naive guy who thinks he's going to get something. Going to get a relationship.
At the end of the night.
There's the sap who just gets drained of cash all night long.
And there's
he's the go-to guy.
Cheapo.
Yeah, that cheap guy that hones in on other people's action.
Other people's lap dances.
If you're sitting next to it, you got to sit next to the sap.
Let's just put it this way: you're changing seats a lot.
Yeah,
throughout the night.
The best place to sit is next to the sap, the guy that just keeps the money coming out and coming out, because then you're right next to him, so you're able to look and see everything he's seeing.
You get some good angles too.
You don't want to sit next to the old guy that's like penny pinching.
There you go.
Bad seat.
Let's go to Jason in Connecticut. Jason.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I have actually written an ethnography for one of my grad courses, and maybe I could shed a little light on what it is.
Boy, can't wait to hear this.
Great.
Yeah, well, unfortunately for this woman, an ethnography is not a bullet between the eyes, but it's part of...
Wait, hold on a second. Sir? Ant?
Yeah, I was...
Hold on. Okay.
Scored! No. Oh, my, I'm telling you something. How did that not go in?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah.
All right, tough morning. Anyways, it's...
well, it is Tough Morning Thursday.
Yeah, true. It's part of social anthropology. So this woman is basically trying to say that strippers are their own almost race of people that are unique in their own way.
All right, I know what it is. We just ran out of stuff to write about.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's what it comes down to. Like, this lovely lady probably went to her teacher and said, I want to write an ethnography on poor people, on migrant workers, on illegal aliens, and the teacher's like, no, done. Everyone has done that, and this is the last thing to write about.
Let me guess, a stripper. Ooh, controversial.
Ooh, I like
a little
it.
Controversial, but that's good. That's good.
All right, Jason, thank you.
And I'll tell you,
Take it easy, guys.
I do respect strippers as a real job. I mean, a lot of these girls are making $150,000, $200,000. Good for you. If you can make that kind of money doing something like that and drinking and hanging out all night, I mean, knock yourself out.
Yeah, but don't expect to get the respect of a woman that's, I don't know, built herself up in the workplace.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I never know how she... I mean, some of them build themselves up legitimately, but strippers are fine with me.
No, I'm talking about the ones that slept their way to the top.
Those
I respect
girls I
them. That's
makes me want to be the boss.
Let's go to Philly. Keith, listening on WISP. What's up, Keith?
What's going on, boys? How you doing?
All right.
Good evening.
Anthony, you need to congratulate yourself for not knowing what ethnography is today.
Ah, really?
It is one of the most BS-filled things that grad student does. Everyone does it, and I had to do one recently on my school in Philadelphia, and you realize yourself, I'm just observing how animals act. And basically, this is what someone said. I hang out at a strip bar. Let me observe them. And that's what they did. They took the least constructive thing they could have done with their life, and they made a great out of it. And good for him for doing it.
How much have you been taken for in strip clubs, sir?
What's that?
Sounds like a very bitter customer.
Yeah, you seem a little bitter. How much money have you been taken for?
Take the fifth.
All right. Thank you, sir.
He fell in love with one.
Yeah.
He believed her.
Yeah.
And then she skipped town.
One more before the break, because it is phone call
Thursday.
Victor on Long Island, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey.
The fact of the matter is, strippers don't have a soul.
Yeah, that's true.
They have no soul.
It's true. Look right into their eyes. You'll see nothing.
Yeah.
You'll see absolutely nothing.
The soul was extracted by some evil father or stepfather years ago and never grew back.
The evil stepfather took her soul. Coming to theaters Friday.
See, I think strippers are givers. I think they're because they take complete zeros and they put their heinies on that man's lap. That man should be paying for that.
Strip clubs are made for guys that are like in their teens that get into a strip club, and it's very exciting at that point. And,
dude, I remember going to my first strip club when I turned 18. Danny's Den out there on, now it's a parking lot for a supermarket on Jericho.
Yeah.
I was out of my mind. I'm like, what? This goes on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because before that, if you're lucky, you get to see a little something.
It was two-dimensional. magazines.
Mostly two-dimensional.
Magazines, things like that. But, yeah, mine was the Tender Trap over there on Jericho Turnpike. The Jericho Turnpike was just loaded with strip clubs
Tender Trap's
in Long
still
Island.
rocking, right?
Yeah, I think it's still there.
I think they finally remodeled after 30 years.
Place stunk. Walked in there, they had that shag carpeting that was there for ages, and it just smelled like stripper when you walked in there. But I remember as a teen boy walking in there, way underage. But whoever was behind the bar, I think it was some biker guy, gave me a beer. I paid for it in like $1 and a few quarters, and just sat there and milked that beer for about 3 hours. And the guy was kind of getting a laugh out of it because I was just sitting there staring at the girls and breathing heavy.
Yeah.
And I just was like, forget about it. Once I got home, I had to change. It was just a wreck.
Senses overload, man.
Yeah. It was great when that first girl came out and she's dancing around in like her little nighty type thing. Yeah. And then you're going, is she going to take this off? Does this come off? And then you're like, oh my gosh, she's topless. I'm looking at real boobies. And you're just all freaked out about the whole thing. It was just this sensory overload, man. Oh, it was great.
Sensory overload.
And then I walked out with a buzz on because I had one beer. I couldn't walk straight because certain things were happening, and I had to walk home hunched over.
You know,
and the light hit me, and it was like walking out of Dorothy's house into Oz. Everything was a new color, and it was a new world for me.
I was thinking Brubaker.
Brubaker after being in the after spending 30 days in the hole, you're just there in the pitch blackness, and you open up, you got to squint.
You know, going back to the Little League after that, just
yeah, that opened up. It just changed.
It kind of lost its fun.
My whole life changed after
all
that.
All of a sudden, you're with your pals, like, hey, you want to go to the yard, the schoolyard, and play some baseball?
Just doesn't have the same.
I think I have a new game for you guys.
Yeah. My mom's like, Anthony, why don't you play with your microscope and chemistry set anymore? Let me tell you something, Ro. It just ain't doing it for me anymore.
And then Dad finally's like, it's about time you become a man.
There you go. He's a man, Ro. He went to the strip club.
Finally.
Maybe he'll stop whining. All my little dinosaur toys went into a box and got stored away in the basement, never did see the light of day again. It was over.
Yeah.
Yep, no more watching Wonderama on Sundays.
Now it's like going through like cable channels.
Sorry, Bob McAllister.
Now it's now you would go through cable channels that are scrambled and
looking
to get a peek of something.
Looking for something good. Definitely a life-changing moment right there. Man. Absolutely.
Hey, you want to go ride bikes? I've seen the Promised Land. No. Mom, sell my bike. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, don't need it. Get in a car.
All right.
You're 12.
Yeah, it's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on 92.3 Free FM.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show. What is America talking about today? American Idol? Jordan won. Whatever.
Who?
Pirates of the Caribbean gets 2 stars in our local paper here in New York City. What is Rotten Tomatoes saying about Pirates of the Caribbean? Or the Caribbean?
However.
What other movies are starting Friday? Isn't this the weekend for all the movies?
Oh, yeah. It's the summer season.
Officially starts?
Yeah. Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's what I say, but other people like to say Caribbean.
Yeah.
And of course, America's talking about Rosie and Elizabeth Hasselbeck going at it on The View yesterday.
Yeah, that was a heated exchange.
Not a fan.
A little personal.
Really not a fan of either one of them. I like how Rosie, believes in stuff and doesn't care and just speaks her mind. I respect that. I think she's nuts, though.
But she's crazy.
And Elizabeth Hasselbeck is just always in way over her head. Way over her head. She should just be doing the cute little entertainment stories for The View. She shouldn't be talking politics whatsoever.
Well, she's so completely on the right, the right wing, and she's not very.
And Rosie
informed.
Completely on the left, which makes it very interesting to begin with.
She blindly follows the party line.
Well, both sides blindly follow.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Rosie's a better talker than she is.
Rosie can rip her apart because Rosie's a comic. Contrary to popular belief.
We got some highlights, but do yourself a favor and get on one of the video sites. We like Break.com these days and watch the whole thing. It is some great, great TV. It really is. I was talking to someone that is about the age of Elizabeth Hasselbeck, and this person said that she's an embarrassment to all women of that age group.
Really?
That this person should not be representing us. Absolutely. And the best moment I ever had watching Elizabeth Hasselbeck look like a fool was on Hannity and Combs when they just spanked her around and taught her about the First Amendment. When the whole Imus thing was going on, they decided Elizabeth needed to be on Hannity and Combs for what reason, I don't know. And she was gloating and so happy that Imus was thrown off the air.
Really?
And, yeah, we're not going to get into that per se, but what I wanted to say, Alan Combs just gave her a schooling on the First Amendment, and she sat there and she realized that she was in way over her head, and even her good looks couldn't save her, and she was just like looking into the camera all dopey and stupid and trying to fight her way out.
Started stripping.
And then Hannity the closer comes in. Alan Combs pitched a great game, and then Hannity just comes in and just struck her out. Oh, it was just some of the best TV ever.
What's she gonna do?
And I was at home laughing like Robert De Niro in the back of a theater. I was just so happy that she got schooled because she doesn't belong in that forum talking about politics.
Well, I think they both take it a little too personally.
Well, they hate each other.
And obviously they hate each other. They talk about their friendship, but there's so much sarcasm in it when they're talking about it.
Yeah.
You just know these two really don't like each other, and it's all based on their political ideology.
See, now Rosie's not going to be on The View today. She's saying that her wife or husband, I don't know.
Yeah. Who's the guy? I think she's the guy. So it's her wife.
Actually, Lindsay goes yesterday, so who do you think the husband is? And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Rosie.
Yeah, man, that's an
Rosie
obvious
is
one.
so the guy in that relationship.
Which do you have to be to make Rosie the girl?
Yeah, exactly.
So her, are they married? What are they? I don't know. They're happy, whatever. But
I don't know what the politically correct term is for a girl living with another girl.
Hot.
Her mate is turning 40, so Rosie's not going to be on The View this morning. And rumor has it that Rosie might be done. She might just say, you know what, I got only 3-4 weeks left. I'm done. But I hope she goes back on The View because something amazing is going to happen before Rosie's run is over. Something just beyond amazing, even better than the video that came out yesterday.
I lost all respect for Rosie O'Donnell and anything she has to say because occasionally she'd say stuff and you'd be like, yeah, okay, I could almost go with that. But when she started talking about the buildings, the 9/11 buildings and the government conspiracy, just eating up the drivel that is on some of these conspiracy websites, buying the complete lies that aren't backed up with any fact whatsoever, that's when I just went, Rosie, shut up.
Yeah.
You know, and she's on the show just preaching it like it's gospel, and it's just a bunch of crap, and she's buying that whole thing. Goodbye. I can't listen to a word she says now.
Well, let's listen in on Rosie and Elizabeth. And I you know, it's tough to take sides because they're both what they are.
Here it is. It's two people on the opposite ends of the spectrum that have no middle ground.
Right.
There's no the sane people are the people that are in the middle and can take ideas from both sides. This is two crazy people who are so far on either side that they're exactly the same. These two people don't realize how close they are in ideology. They're just separated by the differences in the opinion, but their passion for it is how crazy they are.
There's two things I love. I don't agree with what Rosie's all about. I really don't. But I appreciate how Rosie talks down to Elizabeth and plays with her like she's just a cute cat.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't want to give the real hard hits because it's just a cute little thing.
Yeah, she obviously...
And I'm a big fan of just watching Elizabeth look completely stupid on TV.
She's obviously just being sarcastic.
I don't care who does it to her. I'm a huge fan of that.
She's condescending.
Yeah.
Well, Rosie didn't get by on her looks. That's one thing. As much as I find a lot of what she says repulsive, hey, look, at least she made a living being funny. I mean, she didn't get where she is by being cute.
Excuse me, do you remember the movie where she dressed as a dominatrix?
Yeah, hello.
How hot was that?
What was that movie again?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Now that is how we want to see Rosie.
She doesn't look that bad.
Oh, shut up, Jimmy Norton. La, I am not listening to Jimmy Norton.
Why?
She is a slob in that.
Oh, is that her? I thought that was Philip Seymour Hoffman. Boogie Nights.
All right, thank you, Jimmy.
Exactly.
I thought we lost you. What's wrong with you?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
That stupid hair.
For a second, I thought we lost you. All right, listen, let's get into this a little bit. Some highlights from the big fight. But like I said, if you have time today, do yourself a favor and watch the long form because it's just great. Because Joy Behar started the whole thing. And
then
she
throws in some funny
Then there's
clips.
a nice tag team going on, Rosie and Joy versus Elizabeth. And Elizabeth just getting madder and madder because she wants to be heard.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, will you shut up? You used to eat bugs on TV.
What'd you do?
Stop. She used to eat bugs. She was on Survivor, eating bugs and looking just like hot and skinny and stuff.
Reason for not demanding a pullout date for our troops, which is essentially saying to your enemies, I don't know any team out there. I don't know any strategy that says, here's the big date we are going to leave. To your enemies,
the
this
enemies
is when
in
we are
Iraq.
going to pull out.
The enemies in Iraq.
Al-Qaeda?
Wait, the enemies in Iraq.
He didn't even go after Osama bin Laden when he was supposed to.
Wait, Joy. You just said our enemies in Iraq. Did Iraq attack us?
No, I'm saying Al-Qaeda.
Okay. Did Iraq attack us, Elizabeth?
Iraq did not.
Listen to this. Listen to Rose.
Yeah.
Did Iraq attack us, Elizabeth? Oh, if someone talks to me like that, I'm getting up and we're going to have a problem.
Even that isn't really a good argument. No. You don't necessarily have to be attacked by a country to go in and have a military action.
Yeah.
Now, in this case, obviously, people have their opinions, but that isn't really the end-all argument here. Were we attacked by them? Oh, then we shouldn't be there.
Yeah. Afghanistan didn't attack us either, but we all know who was hiding in Mr. You-know-who.
People hiding, so you got to drop a few bombs.
I'm saying Al-Qaeda.
Okay. Did Iraq attack us, Elizabeth?
Iraq did not attack us,
Correct.
Rosie. We've been there before.
Well,
I'm saying our enemies, Al-Qaeda. Are you hearing that?
I hear it, but where do you want to go, Bub?
We're going to political discussion with them. Don't interview each other. Just
I love the sarcasm. She answers the question. She goes, correct.
Correct. Did they? Wait. I want my point. Did they attack us? Did they? Did they?
That's the great part of them. Rosie and Elizabeth, they are what each other hates.
Yeah.
Elizabeth is the entitled, hot, spoiled brat, and Rosie is like the mediocre fat chick that is smarter than she is and is louder than... Rosie's like the female Patrice who could just smack her around.
More
and that
quick-witted, yeah.
Because the things that usually get her by with men can't get her by with someone like
Elizabeth wants people to desperately think that she's smarter than she is.
Can I say that during this discussion, if someone walked in and shot all of us dead, it would be justified. We're talking about The View going, well, yeah, but Elizabeth does this. And I'm like, yeah, but then Rosie backs up. You go.
Discussing The View like it's a football game.
We should have our heads blown off.
All right, here we go. More.
Please, let's have a conversation.
You know why I don't want to do this, Joy? No, let me tell you why I don't want to do it. Because here's how it gets spun in the media. Rosie, big, fat, lesbian, loud Rosie, attacks innocent, pure Christian Elizabeth. And I'm not doing it.
But you don't have to let me do it. I haven't heard that line. Listen, I think that's unfair.
You should watch some of the shows that, you don't watch.
All of them. You accused me of watching all of those shows yesterday.
Rosie's a lesbian?
Heated. Oh, well, she just came out right there on The View. She said it.
I don't understand why it's my fault if people spin words that you put out there or phrases that suggest things. And I gave you an opportunity 2 days ago to clarify the statement that got you in trouble on all those occasions. I did that as a friend.
That got me in trouble. As a friend, you gave me the opportunity. That was very sweet of you. What I was asking is you, who actually knows me.
Yes.
Do you believe I think our troops are terrorists, Elizabeth?
I don't think that you...
Do you believe that, yes or no?
Excuse me. Let me speak.
You're going to double speak. It's just a yes or a no.
I am not a double speaker, and I don't put suggestions out there that lead people to think things and then not answer my own question.
What? I would answer that, yes. I do think Rosie thinks our troops are terrorists. In everything she has said would lead me to believe she thinks our troops are terrorists. She always talks about the Iraqi dead and who's doing it. Our soldiers. They're not supposed to be there. So I put all of this together and thinking, yes, Rosie O'Donnell would think that our troops are terrorists.
No, I think that and here's how the semantics she'd get out of it. I don't think she thinks that the individual troops are because she knows they're being told to go where they're going. She would say, I don't believe that, but the technicality is she believes that they're agents of a terrorist. Do you understand that? She would probably say, no, I don't believe the troops are terrorists, but whoever it is that's sending them there is a terrorist. But that's how she gets
So then Al-Qaeda, the actual people that strap the bombs to themselves, wouldn't be terrorists. It's the people that are in charge and sending them out. Yeah, it's semantics. I really do think she believes that our troops are being used as terrorists then. Everything she said leads me to believe that. So if I was that blonde bitch over there
talking about that, the bimbo.
If I was the bimbo, I wouldn't be on the show. I'd be in front of a mirror naked, just toying with myself. But if I had to speak, I would have said yes.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a question to you, and you didn't answer.
I don't believe that you believe troops are terrorists. I have said that before. But when you say something like 650,000 Iraqis are dead, we invaded them. Let me finish.
You don't like the facts.
Terrorists. I am all about facts. You know that. You tell me not to use facts because you want me to go only on emotion. Guess what? I like facts.
I like
but
you hide behind the ones you like. You cherry pick them.
I don't hide. I don't cherry pick.
Wait, can I make a point? Anytime you say, guess what? Whatever point you make after that, you sound like a retard.
Stinks.
You never sound brilliant going, guess what? And then making a point.
And Rosie...
Or, believe it or not.
And Rosie says, you just like the facts that, you like. Mm-hmm. You just throw out the facts that you like. Well, that's exactly what Rosie does. She's thrown out with that 9/11 conspiracy crap. Those are facts that she likes that aren't facts. It's all this speculation and rumor and conspiracy theory. The facts are the things that Rosie doesn't like, so she doesn't accept them.
Oh man, you're helping out Elizabeth.
Well, I'm just being reasonable
I just
here.
like how she just is getting,
You know what it is?
Schooled
It's pent-up sexual frustration on Rosie's part. That girl is exactly Rosie's type, by the way. You see Rosie's wife, whatever it is, whatever you want to call her?
Kelly.
Yeah, she's like an older version of her.
Yeah.
Rosie is looking at that young nymph just going, God, do I want a chunk of that. Oh, do I want a chunk of that. She wants what amounts to a temporary blonde goatee is what she wants to do.
Are you saying that Rosie wants to give her a real talking to?
Exactly.
Yeah, all right.
You cherry pick them.
I don't hide. I don't cherry pick.
Did I or did I not give this panel a list of facts?
And you know what? Oh my gosh, we're going to be right back with Alicia Silverstone.
We're not. No, because we have a lot more time.
This is where it gets great. So they try to go to commercial.
There's a black woman on the show. I believe she was a guest, a comic or something.
I don't know. Just
and she looks like Star Jones.
Okay.
She's like the Star Jones fill-in.
Yeah.
And she then tried to go to commercial, but obviously it wasn't time for a commercial, and Rosie wasn't having it.
Rosie goes, nah.
She goes, nah.
We have
I got more to say.
Why would they not want that? It's like everyone's talking about that dumb show.
Exactly. No, you know what? They wanted this because not only did they not go to commercial, because they could just go to commercial right there. And I think that was about the time they would go to commercial. And Rosie's like, nah. And then they went split screen.
Yeah, they went split screen.
The guy in the control room, no, they wanted this yesterday.
Yep.
They've been waiting for this. So they went split screen. So you had Rosie on the left, you had Elizabeth on the right, and they're just blah, 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 blah.
I also am a little suspect because whenever stuff like this really happens, like the big blowouts like this, Barbara is mysteriously not on the show that day.
Yeah.
I don't think Barbara likes the type of controversy that goes on.
They both
like
know
this.
they shouldn't do it in front of Barbara.
Right.
Because she's such a powerful woman in the media.
Barbara stinks.
She really does stink.
Hey, could you make it about me? Because I'm 70 and irrelevant.
People were criticizing you for saying that because it suggested something, okay? So I said, look, take your opportunity now. You have a show right now to tell the world.
I want to take my opportunity to tell the world. I wanted to know what people like you, but you are my friend since September.
Yeah.
Do you believe that I think Our troops are terrorists. And you would not even look me in the face, Elizabeth, and say, no, Rosie. I can understand how people might have thought that. Why don't you take this opportunity like I'm 6?
Because you are an adult, and I am certainly not going to be the person for you to explain your thoughts. They're your thoughts. Defend your own insinuations.
Elizabeth's got some issues.
That's a good point that she made, though.
Yeah.
The fact that it's like, you know, it's you defend yourself. You're the one that said it's stupid.
It's not her job.
Don't make Elizabeth run to your defense.
I defend my thoughts.
Yeah.
Right, but every time I defend them, Elizabeth, it's poor little Elizabeth that I'm picking on.
You know what? Poor little Elizabeth is not poor little Elizabeth.
That's right.
What do you think of that?
Poor little Elizabeth is not poor little Elizabeth.
I don't know, but how is she going to? It's not poor little Elizabeth. It's not poor little Elizabeth. She's poor little Elizabeth.
Hang on.
You know what? Poor little Elizabeth is not poor little Elizabeth.
That's right. That's why I'm not going to fight with you anymore, because it's absurd. So for 3 weeks you can say all the Republican crap you want. I'm not going to do it.
It's much easier to fight someone like Donald Trump, isn't it? Because he's obnoxious.
I've never fought him.
Gets a ooh from the audience.
I told a fact about him. He didn't like this conversation.
I was in the middle of this conversation.
An opportunity.
You don't give me anything. You don't have to give me. I asked you a question.
I asked you a question.
You wouldn't even answer it.
Answer your own question.
Oh, Elizabeth.
There's nothing better than just listening to this type of thing,
Absolutely. Man. Just 2 hens going at it like that. It's amazing. And you're right. We should just be shot for even discussing this.
Not just for enjoying the audio. That's fine.
I'm not even listening.
My father would be, Ro, he's talking about The View.
I'm not even sitting here going, oh, she made a good point. Oh, she made a good point. I just love that they're just going at each other's throats.
But I'm thinking,
I'm enjoying that part of this.
I should be, as I'm talking about this, I'm realizing I'm going, yeah, but Elizabeth is valid on it. And if a hand came out of thin air and slapped my face, I wouldn't question it.
You'd know why.
I would completely understand.
I asked you if you believed that I thought
answer your own question. I don't believe that your suggestion was right.
Since September,
yes,
I have told you I support the truth.
I have done the same for you.
I asked you if you believed what the Republican pundits were saying.
Yes.
You said nothing, and that's cowardly.
No.
Nothing.
That is not. Do not call me a coward, because number one, I sit here every single day, open my heart, and tell people exactly what I believe.
So do I, Elizabeth.
Do not call me a coward, Rosie. I do not hide. It was not cowardly. It was honest. What is cowardly?
Is there no commercial in the show?
Joy she's amazing, actually. Is there no commercial? They went long for him, man.
But stupid Rosie trying to call her a coward because she didn't defend her properly. Shut up. Rosie's the one questioning how college Sheikh Mohammed, the number 3...
Ow.
That you never answer yourself. That is cowardly.
It's directing the show. Let's go to commercial. Let's go to commercial.
I need a drink of water. Let's go to commercial.
Baby.
The baby's fine.
Here's the thing. Sherry Shepherd has a CD.
It will make you laugh.
That's who was sitting in, Sherry Shepherd.
But the thing is, like, if Rosie makes certain statements and Elizabeth is going to, like, not defend her, I don't think that you can imply...
That one had to hurt. That's just a taste. They went on for like 10 minutes. Let's say hi to Rick. Rick, you're on the Opie and Anthony show. What's up?
Yeah, I got my period today, and I'm just wondering what I should take, guys.
Grab yourself a Midol.
I'm bloated. I'm not really feeling. I got really bad cramps. I just.
You got to get one of those warm. What are they called?
Get a hot water bottle and put it on your tummy.
On your belly.
On your belly. Are you bloating, sir?
On your lower abdomen.
If you're not bloating, don't worry about the Midol. Just take an Advil.
Right.
But if you're bloating, take the Midol.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. Good evening. Hey, man. What can I tell you? It's something everyone's talking about today. So
it's fun.
It's fun to listen in as two people self-destruct.
Rosie, by the way, I love how she throws out, I do support the troops. No, she doesn't.
Of course she doesn't.
I love the line where I support the troops, and then every other word out of your mouth is something horrific about the troops, the military itself, the leadership, everything. Which you have a perfect right to criticize the leadership and how things are being run, the administration. But as far as the troops go, you can't then say you support the troops when all you do is talk about how many Iraqi dead there are and and how our troops are doing awful things and bring up the Abu Ghraib, and then you're not supporting the troops.
You don't have to support the troops. I mean, one of the great things about, being American is if you don't support the troops, you can say it. I think the troops think. Then say that. Just don't, like you said, trash everything they're doing, and then go with the byline of, well, I support the troops.
Because that's the big kicker. If you say you don't support the troops, then you're screwed. Then forget about it. Right. But at least be honest and say, no, I don't support the troops. She will always say, I support the troops, when obviously everything she said goes against that. So.
Like Jim Norton, say that I support the troops, but only the hunky ones.
Wow.
Let's say hi to Michael in Brooklyn. Michael.
Yeah, how you doing?
Hey.
The best part about that whole argument thing is seeing the video. Elizabeth is pregnant, so her knockers are all swollen up. And
is that what you took away from that entire exchange? Her big pregnant knockers?
We're stupid guys. Who are you kidding? It's like, wow, look at those knockers.
Halfway through the argument, she's going to fall over like Adrian in Rocky 2. Bag of feed.
Swollen knockers. Nice. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show
on 92.3 Free FM.
Hey, you're checking out the Opie and Anthony Show. Thank you for the support. We love our listeners.
Yes.
Most of them anyway. What, Jimmy?
I have a handprint on my face.
What? Oh, well.
You were smacked for talking about The View.
Twice.
Not being a man.
Once forward, once backhand.
Because a man cannot be a true man if he talks about The View.
You'll be showing off your handprint at the Stress Factory this weekend.
Oh.
Huh?
That was better than I could have done it. Saturday sold out, tonight through Sunday.
And by the way, happy birthday.
Thank you, Opie.
You're welcome.
His birthday.
Cake.
We got a quickie, and then we're going to try something brand new on the Opie and Anthony Show.
Yup.
Oh, yeah. We're going to bring in Jared, the intern. He is a creep. We got to get into what's going on in that guy's head.
What a ghoul.
But first, a quick story. And there's no surprise here, by the way. None whatsoever. I'll play it, and then we'll get into a little discussion.
A new sex toy called the iGasm has the folks at Apple irate. A British sex shop created the device.
Irate.
Now, this is what it does. It connects to MP3 players and vibrates to stimulate its user to the rhythm of the song. The ad poster for the sex toy is the same style as the iPod campaign. A British paper reports iPod maker Apple is threatening to sue if the ads don't
sue.
Of course they're going to.
How great is this? But this is what we do as humans. All new technology
has to be used for sex.
Has to be used for sex.
Some type of sexual pleasure.
I heard this story this morning, and I'm like, well, it's about time. You know?
Yeah.
The iPod's been around long enough where someone had to figure out how to use it for sex.
Was it just some kind of vibrator that goes to the music?
Yeah.
So you plug it in, and then
right.
Just turn it on. And
I finally went with the electric toothbrush.
Oh, really?
Finally went with the electric toothbrush. Makes brushing your teeth much easier, right? And it comes with an attachment, a little plastic-like cover for the bristles.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, now, why did they include that in the packaging?
Sanitary reasons?
Yeah, but we've all had toothbrushes, obviously. Mm-hmm. Have you ever had a cover for your regular toothbrush?
Never. It just sits out in the open.
And then I got to thinking. I'm like, see? They even know that their product could be used for sex. Cover up the bristles with this plastic thing, and you're good to go. You could... If you're too poor to have two different electric toothbrushes, you can use the same electric toothbrush.
Well, that's a little...
But that's the only reason they give you the cover.
That's a little...
Because this thing is like a mini vibrator.
Yeah.
But it gets back to the discussion. Everything that is invented, eventually we try to figure out how to use it for sex.
For sex or self-pleasure or whatever.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
When the internet happened... You know, Bill Gates. I remember I was listening to one of his books on tape.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Gates talking about the future and the internet and how you'll be conferencing and video conferencing and if you have a hobby and you live in Seattle, well, a person in New York that has the same hobby, you guys will be able to communicate about your hobby, whether it's like building ships in a bottle or macrame. And of course, no.
It was all about nude pictures.
If you're into a dog fetish and you live in Seattle and someone in New York is also into a dog fetish, well, you could hook up.
It really was the beginning of it. Now, obviously, a lot of information on the Internet. You look up whatever you want. You get news. You get videos of other things. But at the beginning, it truly was just porn. I can recall sitting for hours on end until I fell asleep in front of the computer just perusing pornography on the Internet. That was pretty much it. And it would take so long for the picture to scroll down, to download. It would be like a peep show. First you'd see the hair, and then the eyeballs, and the nose, and you're going down and going, okay, come on, download. And then you're like, oh, that's nice. All right, next.
When exactly was it like that all of a sudden the Internet was like, I mean, I can't remember not having it in my life.
It was there.
It was early,
mid-90s.
I remember at BAB they were talking about the Internet and as far as it pertained to like bands.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, let's say you're a fan of Jimmy Buffett. This is how it was explained to me at first. Like, you could go online and get all the lyrics of every Jimmy Buffett song.
Stop it.
I'm like, wow, no kidding. And then you could also talk to Jimmy Buffett fans.
No way.
And that was like early 90s. That was like 92. That's when I started, around 92, I guess.
Wow, that is early.
Yeah, but then it really hit around 94-ish, right, when we were up in Boston?
Yeah.
I realized...
That's it, though, 94. That's, come on.
My mother bought a
Not
gateway,
that long ago.
the gateway computer. That was the big thing for the family, was the gateway. We had the C prompt to get on. And I went and downloaded a sex video. It was like a brief one.
Of course you did.
Something. But I didn't know how to hide it or how to right-click and put it somewhere. So I never knew where it went. And it obviously wound up on my parents' computer somewhere. And I never knew how to find it. So there was a very inappropriate piece of footage on my parents' computer somewhere, and then the computer caught a virus or something, and my sister's boyfriend at the time had to fix it.
Oh, he found it.
Of course he did.
Oof, that was the real tricky part about computing early on, too. Most people didn't know the ins and outs and the technical things of how to get rid of things and whatever. So you would download all this pornography, and it would just be residing somewhere on your computer, and you had no clue what to do with it. You thought because you clicked the window shut that it was gone, but you downloaded it. So you just have these giant libraries of porno sitting on your computers.
A little much more savvy now.
The good old days.
And then the paranoia sets in. You go in your basement with all sorts of tools and just start pounding the
wrenches
and mallets.
It's like, I don't think you should use that.
Hey, what are you doing down there? Oh, wow.
Got some channel locks.
I'm building a go-kart. Go away. Just power saws and freaking...
Whatever it took.
And then one of your dopey friends will tell you, look, even if you just destroy the whole computer, they can still get the hard drive.
It's still there.
So then you have to get the hard drive and drills and...
Can't still be there. I broke my monitor. You can't see it. No, you dummy.
You're down in the basement like a serial killer dismembering a body, but it's your computer.
I found that the best way to keep the FBI from finding things is I empty my recycle bin.
Oh, very good, Jimmy.
Well.
Very. And
hear that little crumple sound? I know you're safe.
Do you know whenever I hear that, I giggle a little? I am such a complete dork that I hear like, and I'm like, and I just kind of think it's cute.
It's crumpling paper, and I know there's no paper in there.
You go, tee-hee.
I really do. I don't know why I kind of like that. I hate any computer sounds I despise.
Yeah.
If it's not you're talking.
You're down in the basement taking apart your computer like you're working over a lobster.
just ripping it apart. You got to wear a bib.
Got tranny films dribbling on your chest.
Getting to the inside of the thing. Parts all over the basement.
Peeling it apart. You need a nutcracker.
Right. Parts all over the basement. Your hair askew. You're sweating. You hear footsteps at the top of the stairs. You know any moment they're coming down to see what's going on.
Need one of those little baby wipes when you're done. Clean your hands off with. It's just a mess.
Pouring all sorts of just condiments on the computer.
The old days. I remember once we were doing radio in Boston,
right.
And I had driven down for the weekend like I usually did, and I went over to my brother's house, and my brother had like a Mac, and he was hooked up to AOL, and you could download porn. It was great. You could trade for pictures with people, and I was doing that until I realized, oh my God, it's like 7 a.m. and I have to do a show in Boston, and I was still in New York.
Wow.
I was just looking at so much porn all overnight and everything. My brother had gone to bed, and I'm just sitting there, porn. I'll download one more picture, one more. And then I realized, I got to go up now, drive to Boston and do a radio show. But I couldn't it was so new, this whole porno thing on the computer, that I just couldn't stop.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop.
Hey, you got some, Jimmy? I'm sorry.
No. It's okay. I was only thinking you zone out sometimes. It's like a high in a way, because you're looking, and all of a sudden you're like, what happened? Where did my night go? And then the front of my shirt, it looks like somebody shot me with a glue gun. I'm like, what happened?
Secret message to Opie's taint. At this time, we don't know. So stop.
Secret message.
Instant feedback.
Secret messages.
Someone on their cell phone. The toothbrush cover is for travel, bud. And he wrote, bud.
Oh.
So before the electric toothbrush, we traveled with our regular toothbrushes without the cover.
Without the cover? You put it in a plastic bag or something.
Don't be naive.
Put a bag on it.
The people that invent these new products and work for these companies, I will almost guarantee they have meetings behind closed doors. Like, all right, what kind of thing can we add to this to make it useful for sex?
Yeah.
You ever go down a deodorant aisle?
Oh, yeah.
You think they're in those shapes because there's an artist working for the company?
Some of them are shaped like bullets.
They're shaped very interestingly.
Yeah.
In a very familiar fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to smuggle.
Remember Tickle deodorant?
That's all.
They called it Tickle, and it was shaped exactly like the male anatomy.
That's what I'm saying. Look at the deodorants. I mean, these companies know exactly what they're doing. There's the number one use for the product, and then they try to figure out, all right, is there any way this could be used for sex? If so, let's take advantage of that.
Yep.
Of course.
That was it.
I don't care what my deodorant is shaped like, as long as my mouthwash isn't shaped like that.
Yeah, you got to do something to the container before it squirts mouthwash in your mouth.
And you wind up getting mouthwash in your hair. What happened?
Hey, let's say hi to Jeff in Jersey. Jeff, what's up?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Jeff.
I can appreciate Anthony's feeling about AOL. There's a new site that's like YouTube, and it's just as addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically what he's trying to say, finding new porn sites is like finding the internet all over again.
Yeah.
Got it.
Thank you, sir. Hey, there's the Tickle. That's what.
Yep. That was Tickle.
You think that was by accident, the shape of the Tickle deodorant?
I don't know if it's necessarily built like a guy at all. I mean, when you look...
Well, you can't, like, make it completely like a guy.
I mean, like that sitting on the shelves.
It looks like a guy.
You got to try to make it kind of subtle.
Yeah.
It looks like a guy. If you were standing there in front of a table and things were looking normal and a horse just stepped in the middle of it.
Hey, Frank in Westchester. Frank, what's up?
Yeah, what's up, guys? How you doing?
Good.
Yeah, I work for one of those toothbrush companies. I do lunch and learns every day. And
what? You do what?
Lunch and learns.
What is that?
What's that 5-year-old boy term?
You meet with dentists, you talk about your toothbrush, and, you know, they decide either they like it or they don't.
Are you a toothbrush salesman?
What's that?
Are you a toothbrush salesman?
Yeah, I am.
Whatever happened to that rubber thing at the end? It kind of went away.
Yeah.
You mean the thing that does your gums?
Yeah, that kind of went away, didn't it? It was all the rage for a while. It was very hard to put your toothbrush in the toothbrush holder with that stupid rubber nipple on it. It was awful.
It's an awful nipple.
And it was disgusting. I remember only adults had that. The adult toothbrush. Like your parents had that stupid toothbrush. You could just look at that thing and go, ew.
Yeah, because if you used it, the point wouldn't last for long. You might pick your gums once with it, and all of a sudden it was like a little ankle on the end of your toothbrush. You're like, why
yeah, you didn't need that.
And then you got the people that don't clean it properly, so you see a little piece of shrimp.
A little
still
gack
hanging from it.
A little gack is on there.
A little piece of shrimp.
A little spinach.
A little piece of celery stalk. So Frank, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
Yeah.
I'm sure you didn't, start out wanting to be a toothbrush salesman.
No, I mean, you start out just going into sales and then...
No. Seriously, like when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? We like finding out this stuff.
A fireman or something.
Aww.
How many firemen and astronauts were going, I wish I worked for a toothbrush company and did lunch and learns.
Lunch and learn.
Lunch and learn.
It never fails, though. Every time I do one of them, there's always one perv in the group. It's always a woman who's laughing and giggling, and it's kind of embarrassing at first because, when you start out, you're like, you know what's going on, but after a while, you're looking for the one in the group that's going to start laughing, and they're just pinned as the perv.
Well, sir, do you think that maybe they have the covers on them like that because it's a $90 toothbrush? That's another reason, too, you don't want it to break, because a regular toothbrush is $1.78. As opposed to the $90 piece of electronics you're carrying around with you. You probably do want to cover the tip of it.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys want some free toothbrushes,
all right, thanks
let me know.
All right, great.
I asked a valid question. He just blew by me.
Anita, what's up? Anita will set us straight. Anita, Long Island, what's up? Come on, Anita. Oh, she could have started something nice.
What'd she say?
They're shaped like that because, nature knows what it's doing or something like that. And then it could have led to women finally admit, and maybe they could talk about some of the other stuff they're using to,
around the house.
Yes.
I just remember the stuff I used to read, like in Penthouse Forum, with the women and the dryer. They'd put an uneven load, like sneakers, stuff like that, in the dryer.
Like Shaq's sneakers?
And then, Shaq's sneakers, yeah.
So the size queen is the size of the shoe you throw in the dryer.
The dryer's walking around the laundry room, going through walls.
You're not getting little Billy's first sneakers. You're getting Shaq's off from the NBA store.
And then they would position themselves by the corner of the dryer and just let the dryer do all the work. And that's supposed to work because you get the dryer's like going dunk, 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 kind of giving the old pile driver thing, And I've heard of that. The electric toothbrush, the shower massage is a big one. Yeah.
All right. After the break, we're going to bring in Jared. He's going to interview somebody live on the show. We got a nice twist on the interview we're trying out today for the first time.
Unique fashion.
Do I have time for a quickie?
A quickie?
Quickie, yeah.
With who?
We love playing the silly audio that's making the rounds on the internet.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's... are we having another error with this machine? We really got to fix these CD machines. In the old days, I would have ripped this out and
slam
dunked this.
Said, why the hell can't we get things? But now it's just...
Now it's like...
This is a new you.
Yeah,
I knew you.
I like it. Kind of weird being happy. Singer Myra Craig stage dives into nobody. It's a quickie.
That's gonna hurt.
Is that real audio?
I swear that is real.
Oh, is that good?
The song ends, and she decides she wants to accent the song by stage diving, and, well, there is no one.
No one there?
Well, listen to the end.
Good. Good, because that song stunk.
It was horrid.
Yeah. All right, here's the end again.
Oh, is that great?
After the break, we'll play it another 10 times. We got to take a quick break.
Fantastic.
Jared, the intern, next. A little twist on the interview next. We'll try it out. We tried it in the lab. We liked it in the lab. We'll see if it works on the show. It's Opie and Anthony. Moving right along with the Opie and Anthony show. Hey, good morning, Chicago.
Morning.
That came out of nowhere, huh, Chicago? We're paying attention. It's the O&A virus spreading across America. Jimmy, what about the comedy tour? We got tickets or what? We got another pair of I waited for you to have your mouth full. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm eating an apple. We do have tickets to the Overnight Traveling Virus at Jones Beach on June 16th.
Yeah, that's the next date on the tour.
Yes, we did.
8 or 9 comedians you know and love from the show. All the info is up on our Virus Tour MySpace account. So obviously myspace.com/Virus Tour.
Did a lot of stuff in the Village, too. It's going to be great this year.
Yeah, we got karaoke. That's confirmed. We're trying to do a video confessional booth. That's just all the stuff in the Village. Then you go into the venue, and you get to see 8 or 9 comedians that you just absolutely love from this radio show. So we got tickets right now. Just give them away.
Okay. If you call now and request tickets, and I mean now, you'll probably get them.
We only have one pair, man.
Oh.
One
lousy pair. Then he really does mean now.
Yeah, now.
Can we impress our audience?
How?
Well, one pair of tickets is so old school Z100 crap.
Mm.
You get everyone listening to give one lousy prize away every once in a while. Why can't we, like, next week just give away, like, 10 a shot or 20 pairs at a time? Look into that, Kenny. I want to impress the listeners.
How about a phrase that pays?
Ooh.
The listeners are impressed every day by your witty
There goes his mic.
Hey, one more time. Here's Mira Craig stage diving into Nobody.
Let me test and see if it works on my machine.
All right. You know what?
I hate that. She's doing.
You know,
we could
use that clip when people bomb on the show.
Yeah,
but
I fell on your face.
But I think. What do you think? A little music at the end, because that would be the joke, and then you know what I mean. So then we have one of these scenarios when someone bombs.
No. Oh, my, I'm telling you something. How did that not go in?
So maybe the last part of...
I don't know. I kind of like just the awkward stumbling and falling on your face.
You're listening to the only radio show that actually does their meetings live during the radio show.
Yes.
See, other radio shows would talk about this behind the scenes. Like, what do you think? Should we add a little of the music before her, hitting her nose on the floor? And then we would test it out, and then we would all vote. We just do it live on the show.
Live on the show. Why bother?
Oh, yeah. People are listening to this. Hey, Jared, what's up?
Not much. How you guys doing today?
Good. Jared is our new intern, and he creeps us all out. But Sam suggested that he should be an intern on this radio show. So we said, all right, who are we to say?
Great. I don't like the fuzzy hair on his calves. It really bugs me.
Wow.
He's got all sorts of things going on. The creepy smile with the crazy eyes is my favorite part.
He's known as alternate universe Biff Tannen.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of Biff.
He looks like a young Biff.
He's Biff. And
his eyes just go from side to side. What are you trying to look at?
Nothing.
Nothing in particular?
No.
All right.
Yeah.
We're learning that Jared is a huge fan of the Opie and Anthony show, right, Sam?
He's probably the biggest Opie and Anthony fan I've ever met.
Wow.
Yeah, but his eyes disgust all of us. Can you not look at us? He has I'm driving a van in front of a grammar school eyes.
Yeah. He just makes that look where it's like, just that.
And he's got that kid that you kind of didn't want to know in the playground hair. Like, remember that kid in school?
Yeah, dude,
He's got you got the same hair kids have like in third grade on the playground.
No, it's the haircut where mommy's too busy. Is like, just get the hair out of his eyes and leave everything else
kind of thing.
how it is.
It's not a bad thing. Don't worry.
Oh, sorry, he's right here. I mean, it looks good on you.
Yeah. The Pal Talk people are peering in.
Yeah.
E-Rock working the camera.
Yeah. So, Jared, you're a big fan of the show?
Yeah.
Are you enjoying your internship so far?
It's been really awesome. Thank you guys.
What's your favorite part about it?
The fact that I get to hang out here and, like, learn about what you guys do every day.
Isn't it cool to see us in, like, real life?
Yeah, it's really awesome.
It is, right?
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
I thought so.
Hold that paper out. Hold the paper out. Hold it away from your body. Hold that straight out.
He's not shaking.
Okay, well, I thought he was shaking really bad. He's all right.
Well, Jared, he prepared some questions. And he's a big fan of the Opie and Anthony show, so we figured we'd have Jared interview a fan favorite.
Yes.
Stalker Patty.
Stalker Patty. Everyone knows Stalker Patty.
So you got some questions, and you're going to interview Stalker Patty.
Yeah.
All right. We do have a little twist that we'll explain in a second. That you have, yeah, his eyebrow just went up.
I figured as much.
Oh, you don't know about the twist?
No, that's the beauty.
Oh, okay, that's fun then.
That's great.
Good.
His eyebrow just went up. Because honestly, you just interviewing Stalker Patty, who gives a crap?
Yeah.
Patty, hi.
Hey, Patty, why don't you sit down next to Jared?
Yay! Nice. Look at her with her backpack. Wow, they both have the same bodies.
It's colder in here than I realized, Patty.
Oh, Patty, yeah.
Nice.
Usually that's really hot.
Patty, are you running out of money? Because I'm noticing maybe you can't afford hair dye.
Well,
your roots are 5 inches long.
Can we use a Sharpie on your roots?
no. I'm going to go to the store and get some more coloring and have my friend do my hair again. I do it every 6 weeks.
Every 6 weeks, and I guess that was about 9 weeks ago was the last one.
Yeah, well, I am 51 years old. Everything.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I accept my age.
But what does that mean?
Hold on, you don't accept your age if you're dyeing your hair.
Yeah, that's true. Why don't you let it just go gray?
People that really accept their age just, they let it go gray. They let them hang. All sorts of crap.
Why don't you just perm it like Estelle Getty?
It doesn't mean I have to let it go gray. I can still care about my appearance and stuff, you know?
Why start now, though? Tip your head down. Let me see how gray.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some in the front.
I'll just simply wash
Know what it looks like when you're flying over America, and just before L.A., you go over, the Rockies?
The mountain range.
But it's kind of late spring, so it's just some snow trails.
I really don't think I'm that bad. I think I look better. I've seen other 51-year-olds, and I think I'm better on the scale. Trust me.
Light enough.
All right, Jared. Have you met Jared before, Stalker Patty?
No.
That's Jared.
Hello, how are you?
Hi.
Jared is going to interview you, Stalker Patty, okay?
Okay.
And you're up for anything, right?
Yeah, I'm up for a good interview.
All right. Is it time? Yeah. Bring in the helmets.
Yes.
Helmets?
Yeah, little helmets.
Bring in the helmets.
Now, here comes the little rig.
Daddy made the helmet apparatus.
Yeah.
You're about to listen to the first Uncomfortably Close Interview.
This is our first installment of Uncomfortably Close Interview. What we have here are 2 helmets, and they are fastened together at the visor of the helmets.
Yeah.
And when they both strap the helmets on, their faces will be mere inches apart. And they must conduct the interview uncomfortably close.
You know, when someone invades your personal space, you get that feeling like, oh, God, and you have to kind of step back. Well, in this case, no one's going to be able to step back.
There is no pulling back, because if you step back, that person's face is coming right with you.
That's right.
Uncomfortably Close Interview.
I tend to like to stand about 18, 20 inches away from people I talk to.
Patty.
Shut up.
She does.
All right, why don't we get the helmets on Jared and Stalker Patty?
Yeah, stand up so we can...
Yeah, stand up. Get the helmets on, because you're not really going to be able to turn your heads very well once
they're bicycle helmets, right? So they got the straps and everything. All right, Jared.
Yeah, you got a big head, huh?
Wow. Jared.
Well, you got to put the strap right and everything. Oh, my God, you're a retard.
God almighty.
There
Jared.
you go.
For Jared, why don't we get a...
Look how big your head is.
You
do have a big head.
Well, you know what? Already I'm thinking that we need the helmets slightly closer. Yeah.
I would like closer. Back to the Institute after this one.
Yeah, we're going to go closer even. Danny.
All right.
But for the first one, I think it's uncomfortably close.
Yeah, that's uncomfortable.
Yeah, all right. So we got Jared and his bike helmet. We got Stalker Patty and her bike helmet. They're a mere 8 inches from each other's mouths.
Look at Patty's uncomfortable body language. Yeah, she folds her arms.
And Jared can't look at her. This is really uncomfortable.
She's pulling at her clothes. You're doing everything that shows you're very uncomfortable, Patty.
All right.
And Jared's just making this disgusted face. You both look very silly, by the way. I have to add that in.
They are not close enough.
You don't think they're close enough?
No, I understand, but no, here's what I don't like, and this is where they're both cheating. I want you both. Can you put your head straight a little bit?
Yeah, straight out.
There you go.
Right.
Straighten your heads out.
All right. I think they might need to be a little closer.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Step closer feet-wise. Touch toes.
Yeah.
Hey, you big lug.
Hey, do we have a rope or something we could tie around them? Or something?
No.
Yeah, tape them up.
I'm thinking tape the...
yeah, we have to imprise on the spot.
Tape the helmets together without the visor.
No, just tape their bellies together close. Push them in. All right, there you go.
Now you're getting close.
Now we're getting close.
Just tape her together. Yeah,
now she's pulling away. Get her closer to Jared. There you go.
Don't tape his hairy arms.
I'm not used to it.
Shut up.
Oh, be quiet.
Not used to anything.
You're not used to air.
Social outcast.
All right, I think that's enough tape.
No.
All right, Jared is covering his mouth. What, you got bad breath, Jared?
No.
Jared is really uncomfortable.
Jared, what's the matter? Does Patty maybe...
What's wrong, Jared?
Absolutely nothing. I'm ready to do this interview.
All right, here we go.
He's uncomfortable.
Now they're very closer than... Here, turn around for the pal talkers. All right, Jared, conduct your uncomfortably close interview with Stalker Patty.
Now, Patty, how did you get into listening to Opie and Anthony?
When I was working for a non-profit organization, they were saying bad things about them, so I says, I got to hear the show. So I did, and I got hooked in August of '98. And then they were like, oh, no, she likes the show.
Okay.
All right, Jimmy, hold on, what?
Wait a minute. Patty?
Yeah.
You're not looking him in the eye.
Yeah, you got...
Sorry.
No, what you're doing now is, this is common in an interview of this kind, is you're looking down, and when you look down, your chin kind of pushes your body back and gives you a little more room. We don't like it. Eye contact must be maintained, except when Sweetie is reading the question.
Yeah, this is they're very close to each other. I think we need to push them even closer together. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Kenny, you want to be responsible for making sure they're a little closer?
Judging by the condition of young Jared's shorts, I'd say he agrees.
Oof.
All right, Kenny.
There you go.
Right, now they're pretty
squeeze that tape together right there.
They're pretty much kissing at this point. All right.
Danny, we're close enough.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead,
I want you to
Jared.
describe a day in your life from the moment you wake up.
Get up. If I'm not working in the morning, go on Pal Talk.
Look at him.
If I'm working, just go to work and make my lattes and ring my customers. And on Monday, I'm responsible for all the tips and stuff, Basically working and Pal Talk and, the shows.
Jared, you gotta look in her eye as she's, answering your question.
When will shoot yourself be included in that itinerary?
We've tapped into someone with Jared. He's very uncomfortable.
From the Opie and Anthony show, how many times have you had your head shaved?
Twice.
Why do you sell yourself so cheap?
No, why do you sell yourself so short for such a cheap laugh?
Yes.
I don't sell myself.
She's laughing like,
Yes, you do.
How's her breath, Jared?
It's pretty gruesome.
Is it?
Yeah.
It is not. I brushed my teeth. I don't have bad breath.
Jared?
What
does it smell like?
Like a fish market.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
All
Patty.
right, now everyone's uncomfortable. Now everyone's even more uncomfortable. Wrap the cord around them. I don't want them trying to pull apart now.
Wait, hold on. Now, Patty got a face on it. Patty, what's the matter?
What's wrong, Patty?
I'm uncomfortable being this close.
Of course you're uncomfortable. That's why it's called Uncomfortably Close Interview.
Yeah.
All right,
do you
go ahead.
have your head shaved again?
No.
What are you? Are you too big? Are you too important?
She's holding her hair.
No, I don't want it shaved again. I care about my appearance.
Oh, do you? Okay.
She's freaking out, thinking that her hair's going to...
Patty, we're not shaving your head. This is what we're doing today. Uncomfortably Close Interview.
Sorry.
With your bad breath that Jared is just
I just
eating.
get scared.
Patty, what'd you eat this morning?
Nothing.
What is wrong, Patty?
I just touched the back of her head
and she just
with the bell, and she freaked out. She almost broke her neck in that rig.
Yeah, someone's going to break their neck here.
Fix your stupid helmet.
Look at her helmet.
No one's going to touch your hair.
Turn Patty towards this way, though, so I can see her face.
Her helmet's all twisted around. What a dope.
The way she was.
All right.
Only because I want to. Wait, how come Patty's helmet's falling off?
Because she twisted her head around.
Yeah, because she's freaking out.
We're only shaving a little bit.
All right. All right.
Hold the thing with one hand and hold the paper with one hand. There you go.
All right. Now they're really close. Now Jared is pretty much slow dancing with Patty.
I just feel his tummy.
Oh, Jared, she feels your tummy.
It's not a tummy. That's a gut.
Oh,
Mouse traps or getting your head shaved? Which one do you prefer?
I'd rather do mouse traps.
Why?
It's more preferable for getting my head shaved.
Hey, do 6 and 7 there, Jared.
What I got to put my arms around him for?
Yeah, pull him in towards you.
Because this is uncomfortably close interview.
Oh, shoot.
What's the matter, Patty?
Now she's so close, she's covering her own mouth because she knows her breath might.
Patty, face him.
Face him. Talk right into him.
Look at his face.
We're gonna make you get even closer if you don't play along here. Yes. All right, go ahead, Jared. 6 and 7.
Explain how you came to live underneath the stairs of WNEW.
I was going to take part in a radio contest that the people I was staying with objected to, and I went ahead and did it anyway against their wishes, so they threw me.
Wait, can I she's trying to talk without moving her lips.
Without moving her lips, yeah.
I'm sorry.
All right, sorry. So you did a bit for our show, and the people you were living with didn't approve, right? So then what happened?
Well, they kicked me out.
They kicked me out, and it's very difficult for me to get a place to live.
So I'm not the type that could go on the street and hang out. I'm not used to that, so I wanted to have a roof over my head.
You're not facing the interviewer.
You're not
face him. Turn your head.
Don't make
turn your head and look directly at Jared's face.
Yeah, carefully turn her head.
There you
Kenny's
go.
now holding up.
Patty, turn your head to the right.
All right, is this
there?
on
You
Pal
go,
Talk?
right there.
Pal Talk, can they see well?
Yeah.
They're like a mere 2 inches from each other's lips at this point as the interview continues.
Although the paper is in the way.
Yeah, paper's in the way there, Jared.
Jared, what are you pulling back? What are you doing?
Here, put the paper down, Jared, so the Pal Talkers can see you. All right, there you go. Patty, continue answering.
So I figured a safe place would be like on the couch right next to the studio, so I would be safe for a few days until I figured out what to do.
So you were living under the stairs for a while.
Well, not
with
for
your,
a while.
with your
only
pet
for about
rabbit.
A week, and then after that I found some kind of shelter.
All right, Jared?
Or would you have preferred to live in a van down by the river?
I didn't know of any vans down by the river.
Of course she doesn't.
You know, Patty, one of the funniest moments
in
Anthony history involved you getting thrown out of WNEW and then getting your wig repossessed in the middle of the street. What was going through your bald head at the time?
I have to go to work, my dignity. But I got to keep the wig anyway. He gave it to me back.
Patty, why are you looking away? She keeps looking away.
Patty.
Kenny.
You're not going to kiss each other.
Kenny, it's your job. Turn their heads right toward each other. Oh, my God.
Jesus, Kenny's like ready to bang their heads together.
Oh, my God.
The old cop days are coming back.
Yeah, no kidding.
You two skills talk.
Kenny's having a flashback.
Put your head up, Patty, up.
Yeah, just talk. You're not kissing.
Weird.
Are you a little too close there, Patty, you think?
You ever been this close to a guy's face? You ever been this close to a guy's face before?
No.
Jared, what's the most and be honest, what's the most unpleasant part of this interview?
Standing right next to her.
Why?
It's just really uncomfortable.
You're fogging up her glasses, by the way.
What's Jared's breath like, Patty?
I don't know. I never smelled one's breath before, like, I don't know.
All right.
Normal, I guess.
Head up, Patty. Head up.
Head up.
Not to the side.
Here, get her chin up there, Kenny. All right, next question there, Jared.
Oh, God.
All right. Patty, if the studio was on fire and you had to choose between saving Opie, Anthony, or Jim, who would it be?
I would save everybody.
You can't, dummy.
You can't.
It's a choice.
You have to choose one.
Oh, I can't do that. Everybody's important.
Why don't you answer the question?
Answer the question.
Hypothetical.
Or we make you kiss.
Superhero.
You better say somebody, because if you don't...
Choose one of the three, Patty.
One of the three, but what about the other two?
They'll understand.
Them.
We die.
I could only save one person.
Anthony and Jimmy will understand.
That's it. One
We'd
person.
rather be dead than owe you anything.
All right. How about I just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo?
Well, how are you going to finish that?
Yeah, come on.
Hey,
do it like we used to do it when we were kids.
The other two are going to get out somehow, definitely, and they'll probably be right behind me. I would take the lightest one out of the three.
Which one is that, Patty?
I don't know. The easiest one to grab and whatever would
Can't you commit to anything?
Patty, it's Opie, Anthony, or Jim. It's as simple as that.
All right. I would take the smallest person.
Whoa! Name a name. You got 3 choices.
Kenny's going to make you kiss.
Well, I would think the easiest person to grab would probably be Jimmy, because the other two won't let me near them. And hopefully they'll be running out right behind me. I'll blaze a trail behind me so they can follow.
Bravo to
grab
Patty.
Jimmy, and I'll blaze a trail so they can follow
Yeah,
me.
we blaze a
All right,
trail.
Jared, what about question 9?
Question 9. Patty, it seems like you'll do anything for money. You've had your head shaved, you've rolled around naked in mouse traps and with a Krusty the Clown mask. How much does Opie and Anthony have to finally shell out for you to have sex?
Oh. First of all, I don't want to have sex.
Why?
Slacks. Ugh.
Well, because I don't want the problems that could occur.
Like what? You're not going to get knocked up, so,
Yeah.
And they have condoms if you're worried about STDs.
Well, I don't want AIDS or anything like that either. In this day and age, you can't be too careful.
Patty, in all honesty, you'd
Yes,
be
you can.
lucky if you got AIDS.
You'd be lucky if I had sex.
Well, the barbs are flying.
Yeah, wow. See, there you go. First application of the new sound clip.
No. It has to be a dollar amount.
Dollar amount?
Yeah.
Oh, God. $1 million.
All right. Opie, get your checkbook.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Please.
Want to go halvies on this?
Nobody has that kind of money.
Hey, listen, all right. We're running out of time with the first installment of the Uncomfortably Close Interview. Guys, any question you want Jared to ask that's on the list here?
I would... No, whatever. Oh, I don't have a copy of the question.
Oh, well, how about number 1, Jared? Or number 2?
Okay, Patty, how does it feel to be abandoned as a teenager?
Abandoned?
Yeah.
Not too good. No support or anything. And I was on my own from 17.
Straight ahead, Patty. Straight ahead, please. Thank you.
I was on my own since 17 or 18.
But what was going through your mind that day at the diner?
She was
I was only a baby.
Sorry.
Nothing was going through my mind. I was only 9 months
Some
old.
things never change.
She was abandoned at a diner as an infant.
In fact, I may have been just frightened. That's about it. Babies cry when they're scared.
All right, Patty, what would
Can't
happen
keep
if
putting them
Edge
together.
you two wanted to have sex with you?
She loves Edge, her hero.
Oh. I guess he could be an exception to the rule.
Whoa. Wow,
That's not
Patty.
going to happen, so...
Any other questions you guys want me to ask?
I'd like to see you two peck each other. Not a French kiss, but like a little...
Yeah, your lips are so close together. Why not
gentle
just
peck.
give each other a friendly little kiss on the lips?
Uncomfortably Close Interview always ends with a
Ends
little,
with a little kiss.
A little kiss, little peck.
Not
a friendly
dirty
kiss.
one, just a
like
little...
a
Yeah, just like you'd kiss your grandma.
Grandma kiss.
Yes, which age-wise, which works.
Grandma kiss. Let's go. This will end the first installment.
Yeah.
Jared, what's the matter?
No.
Why?
Jared's refusing.
Why, Jared?
Wow.
What's wrong, Jared?
Why, Jared? You got a girlfriend?
I'm kind of involved with someone.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's his peck.
Boyfriend?
It's not a sexual thing.
Is it a guy?
No, it's a girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
Well,
She knows.
Exactly.
Trust me, this isn't cheating.
Yeah.
This isn't cheating in any universe.
It's work-related.
What did Kenny say?
It's work-related.
It's work-related.
This is pretty much my worst nightmare coming true.
Right here?
Just a peck.
All right.
Just a quick little...
Oh, God.
Right on the old lips.
Yeah.
She got the little
They're taking their helmets off. They're still attached by the hips. They look like
you untape me, so as soon as I
kiss her, you can run.
Yeah.
No, you have to run.
No, you can break the tape. You can break the tape yourself after you kiss. All right, this will end the Uncomfortably Close Interview. The helmets are coming off. We're
not talking tongue or anything, but you got to just
grandma kiss.
You got to press your lips together for a little bit.
Come on, Patty. Grandma kiss, and it's over.
Just a little bit.
All right, let's go.
Go ahead. You can't catch anything. Don't worry.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, make like you're acting.
Yeah.
You're doing a scene. Here's the scene. You two are chained together. The tape is chained. And it's like a James Bond movie, and you're ready to die, both of you.
Yeah.
And you secretly are in love with each other, and this is your final farewell goodbye. That's your motivation.
Right.
So look into each other's eyes, and then say goodbye, and then kiss.
Kenny, pull Patty's head back. There you go. Pull her hair.
Oh, Jesus, he's pulling her hair.
Oh, my God, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny is out of practice.
All right, they're really close. See, Jared, at this point...
Yeah, I might as well just give in.
Yeah, at this point you have to.
Now, make it a little slow. Don't
it's on
just...
video that you were forced to do it.
If you do it wrong, we're going to just have to do it again.
Yeah.
It's like a breathalyzer.
That's right.
So what you got to do is touch your lips together and do one of those, like, stupid third-grade kisses where you just kind of put your lips together for a little bit and twist your head around a little, and then you part ways.
All right, let's go.
All right?
Here we go.
Don't pull away, Patty.
Grandma kiss.
Here it comes.
1, 2.
Sorry.
Here it goes. That stunk.
That did stink.
No. You got to do it a little longer.
Yeah.
A little longer.
Yeah.
No tongue. Just press your lips together and leave them there for a bit.
Hey, Jared, do you like your internship here?
Ooh.
You got to do it 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
3 seconds.
3 1,000.
1,000.
Yeah, and your lips have to be touching the whole time. If they come apart, we're going to do it again.
And that was the rule in my house when we had to kiss my grandma. 3 100s or 1,000s, whatever.
That's it.
You guys used to kiss your grandmothers on the lips?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I slipped
more than kiss, let me tell you. A little more than kissing.
It was innocent, though. She told me to close my mouth. It's a true story. Let's go, Jared.
All right. Here they go.
Sorry, Jared.
Just touch them together
3 seconds.
and hold them there for
Here you go.
3
Go
1,000.
ahead, Patty.
Ready?
That's it.
Here we go.
Come on, Patty, it's a peck.
Yeah. Little hug on the shoulders. Go ahead.
Patty, make believe.
Drop that paper and put your arms around her waist.
One.
No, they're not kissing. A kiss.
Come on.
Pucker up,
Oh, my
up,
God,
Patty.
this could be the worst kiss I've ever seen in my life.
Come on.
That was 3.
All right.
No, you weren't fuckered.
4 at least.
All right, Jared was looking right up at the ceiling. Patty's
Patty's looking
mortified.
to the side.
Patty, nice,
She's
huh?
wiping her mouth off.
Kissing a younger man, Patty.
Yeah. Patty, you're a cougar.
Patty's officially a cougar.
I need to go
I'm
disinfect
not
my
a
mouth
cougar.
now.
Why?
Jared, how old are you?
I'm going to be 20 next month.
Oh, Patty! He's not even legal.
Robbing the cradle, man.
Oh, Patty.
Patty, you know.
You old whore. Jimmy.
Patty, you can almost be his grandma.
No, almost. She could be, dude. She could
Oh,
be, right?
Patty. Yeah, she could definitely be his grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see the message board.
All right,
Patty.
there you go. Hey, you know what?
You're a pervert, Patty.
For the first time, I think Uncomfortably Close Interview worked pretty well.
Yep.
We're gonna fine tune it.
Send it back to the Institute, do some research, see how it worked out, check our readings.
Also, maybe the message boards could figure out who they want Jared to interview next.
Jared was good.
Any one of the show members, except for like the big A's and the rest of them. Okay.
So, Patty, was that a good kiss? Did you like that?
It was an uncomfortable.
All right, listen, we got to take a break.
Uncomfortable?
The message boards will decide who Jared interviews next. Okay. When we get back, Dr. Ian Smith and Pat from Menaki. We're doing a little intervention today. We'll do that next. It's Opie and Anthony.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
92.3 Free FM.
Free FM.
Yeah, running out of show. You're checking out Opie and Anthony, little Jimmy Norton. Tom just poked his head in. He wants to see us after the show.
Yes, we have a meeting.
What is that about? What is that about?
I don't know.
Can I ask a quick question real quick before we go?
What
were you guys arguing about off air? Sam and Eric. What's going on?
Oh, yeah, there was an argument going on between Sam and Eric, and of course, Eric was losing miserably.
What was happening?
No, he just comes over and starts videotaping me randomly, no matter what I'm doing. All of a sudden, I turn around and he's just standing there with a camera.
B-roll.
Yeah. All right, we got Dr. Ian Smith in studio, running out of show. Speaking of E-Rock, you got that bet, $500. You handed it over to E-Rock. He has to lose 20 pounds by what date there, E-Rock?
June 28th.
June 28th. He's down 5 pounds so far. So far, so good.
He's still got a lot of time.
Yeah, he said more than that. How much you down, E-Rock?
What?
This morning I weighed, I was like 206.
So what does that mean?
So about 8 pounds.
About 8 pounds.
8 pounds.
He's not giving that $500 back.
He don't want him. But listen, I told him I got to sweeten the offer. I got a new thing happening. You ready for this?
Yeah.
A national magazine came to me and said, you got somebody who's been on Fat Smash who we could feature. I said...
Oh, please feature
Is
E-Rock.
it Idiot's Digest?
I said, no.
Down Syndrome Monthly.
I said, I got this guy on O&A who I gave him $500 to lose this weight. You know, they said, we'll feature him, we'll do a big blow up. I said, but you know what? I don't know if this guy can do it. Blow up, yeah. I don't know if this guy can really do it. So I said, you know what? I'm going to open it up to the O&A pest. Because you know what? If the
You're not going to give E-Rock the spotlight?
Well, I'll give him the spotlight, but the show shouldn't lose because of him. If he's going to do it, great. If not, we need to have a backup. So the O&A pest who've lost all this weight on Fat Smash, let me know. Come on.
All right. Well, so E-Rock's got the bet with Ian from Celebrity Fit Club. By the way, great episode with Dustin Diamond and Harvey losing his mind.
Great.
I wish Harvey would have got up and punched him, though.
Would have been great.
Too much to lose? What's
Way
up?
too much to lose.
Do you think Harvey could really give him a beating? Because Dustin Diamond did take some kind of martial arts.
Let me tell you something. Harvey would have wiped the freaking scale.
That's what I said. It's like, I don't care what martial arts Dustin Diamond knows. He's Dustin Diamond, and this guy is an animal, marine. Like, the guy would have killed him.
He trains you for a back. What you didn't see, by the way, because it's
By the way,
TV?
if you want to, be up to date, just go look at the video. You don't even have to watch
Go to
the whole
V-Spot.
show.
Go to V-Spot.
Oh, V-Spot has
VH1.com, V-Spot.
It's amazing, because Dustin Diamond is a complete ass. He's not really doing the show. He's just there to get a little camera time. And huge explosion last week, and part 2 is this week, right?
Part 2 is this week.
So what did we miss?
Sorry.
What you didn't see was that when he was talking all that smack, I challenge you to physical combat. When Harvey starts getting up and like he's going to jump over the table, he's into his mic saying to the producers in the back, somebody better come out here. Somebody better come out here. He totally wussed.
Oh, did he?
Oh, completely. If he lays a hand on me, I'm going to call my lawyer. I'm going to call my lawyer.
Ew.
Wait, that was Dustin Diamond?
Yeah, you didn't
So why
see-
didn't you show that?
Well, I don't cut the show.
What's wrong with VH1?
I don't cut the show.
Why
I don't cut the
wouldn't
show.
they show
So
that?
expose him for the phony he is.
Fraud he is.
So where's that clip?
It's
VH1 stinks.
Hey,
Go find another gig.
Guy's got to work, Opie. Jesus.
Yeah, I got to work.
But that's the stuff people want to see.
I know.
That's
I
like
know.
the Rosie Elizabeth fight that happened yesterday. If that was pre-taped, they would cut it down to nothing.
But
keep it safe.
But it was live though. But so that's the part that pisses me off. But I will say
So Dustin Diamond was being a puss and just
what? Wait till the season finale.
Oh, good.
Somebody else goes after him. I'm not gonna say who. Someone else goes. I mean, like this close. And we all leave this whole place.
No, it's great.
Wow.
The last episode of
That is
Celebrity
a
Fit
tool.
Club, I'm kind of hooked because my pal's on it. It was great to see Marsha Brady being an alcoholic.
Wow, really?
Oh, yeah, man.
Marsha knows how to chug a...
VH1 had no problem showing that there, Dr. Ian Smith.
That mean-looking son. I've seen you on the show.
You've never seen Harvey?
No. He looks like
kill you.
He looks like the guy that did the Coco Casa commercials,
Yeah.
but he's in much better shape. He's
Yeah.
a mean-looking son.
Look at him. Look at him. Man.
He's great. He's great. I tell you,
Guy's
he almost went over.
intimidating.
He almost went over. I was sitting there laughing because I heard this back and forth. Then when I looked up, Harvey is leaning. I was like, well, "Holy cow!" And the psychologist was like, "Dr. Ian, get over here. Help stop him from jumping over the table." It was outrageous.
Like, I'm not jumping into this.
Then Dustin Diamond he threatens Ant.
Yeah.
Ant's like 2 feet tall, 100 pounds,
But a funny guy.
I don't know. Dustin Diamond made short work of Rorschach.
Funny guy.
You think that's funny?
No, your line was funny, man.
No, Ant. I'm saying.
No.
It was a mess. It was a mess.
And I have no doubt you could scrap.
Oh, we don't even go there. I told those guys in the beginning of the show, listen, guys, let me just be the nice doctor. You don't want to take me to
Your features changed a little bit.
To where I came from.
Oh, man.
You don't want to take me to where I came from?
Are you scrappy?
Oh, yeah, I would mess with this guy.
He's in perfect physical condition, so it doesn't surprise me.
Anyway, really fast, because Ant's in love with Marsha Brady. It used to be back in the day. Well, they're doing this dance competition, like a dance marathon. Was their fitness thing they had to do this week? Ooh. Wow, there, Dr. Ian Smith.
I don't do the fitness side.
A lot of cardio is going to be burned doing the foxtrot.
The guy's making a living over here.
Oh, my God. We're going to get you off that dumb show.
I have no show next season.
Up the spot. Yeah.
You don't see Dr. Ian on next season's Celebrity Fit Club. Thanks to
It's Opie.
So listen. So Marsha Brady, before they do this dance marathon, she's at the bar just slamming back shots of vodka. Was it vodka?
Yeah.
Not one either. I think it was 2, maybe 3. They showed just slamming them back.
Wouldn't you also be drinking if some radio host somewhere would just not stop calling you Marsha Brady?
Can I tell you something, though? She's lost. Here's the key. Even though she's drinking, like, this is what the point to Dustin was. She's lost 28 pounds in 65 days on fat.
It's her liver fell out. That's probably what.
It's the liquid diet, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Maureen, if you're listening, I love you, baby.
Oh, whatever. You don't have to say that.
Yeah, she doesn't listen to this crap.
It's implied.
She was my favorite Brady girl.
I know.
She knows we're just gang
Robert Reed
on you.
was
All right, listen. Robert Reed lost a lot of weight. Yeah, beat his record.
Wow.
This clip is amazing. Go to V-Spot, check it out. But Dustin Diamond, just the biggest.
He really is mad, this guy?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, you know him for real.
Yeah, absolutely.
Could rip him apart, man.
That's why I'm trying to hold him back. I'm like, Harvey, don't. This guy's going to, like, his lawyer's going to sue you. You'll be in jail. You know, whatever.
All right, we're running out of show. We got Pat from Menaki in studio. We got to know him a little bit more the other day. He was in love, Dr. Ian Smith, back in December. Back in December, she left, right?
Yeah.
She went. Pat drove her to the bus stop, and she went on her merry way. Took the bus back to wherever she came from. At the time, Pat was growing in his hair, and he was losing weight. He was feeling good about himself. Since then, he has gone back to shaving his head. And all the weight he did lose, he gained back and then some. He gained about 50 pounds since December. Right? Is that accurate? 50 pounds since December?
Yes, I believe so.
He's up to 340?
Yes, Senator.
Yes.
And he's a competitive eater.
Okay, but that guy, what's that guy? Kobayashi? What is the
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi. That guy's a competitive eater who's the best of the world.
And he has abs.
The guy has abs.
He's ripped. The guy's ripped.
So no excuse about being 340 pounds. But yo, you diabetic?
Yes, I am.
Oh wait, can you show him?
I could see his legs.
No, you show him your foot. Just show him your foot.
Oh, my foot.
Wait, what'd you see on the
Yeah,
left?
Dr. Ian Smith, get close.
I had to think about
what did you see there, Doc, that you know?
No, get over there. Look at show the doctor your foot.
Count those toes. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got Fred Flintstone foot.
Yeah, there you go.
Here,
how'd you know he's diabetic, though?
Because see this here?
Yeah.
These are called venous stasis changes, which means the diabetics, their blood circulation to their legs get really, really bad. I could see it right away that he was diabetic.
Wow.
And then, did you have a toe amputated?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He needs help, doctor.
And you're 340?
Yes.
But is this guy serious? Come on, guys.
Yeah, he's very serious.
He is, he is a disaster waiting to happen, right?
You're trying to lose weight? Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely.
But not for himself. He was doing it for a girl. So when the girl was out of the picture, then he gained the weight back. And you got to do this kind of thing for yourself.
A little update. I got a call yesterday.
Oh, did you? From her?
Yeah, somebody might be coming to visit.
The girl?
Yeah.
The Grim Reaper.
And it's not a visit.
Somebody got her a plane ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't have money, though, to pay your bills. He lives in a broken-down trailer.
Did you buy her a goddamn plane ticket? I'm going to smack you.
You bought her a
Why?
plane ticket and you live in a trailer?
Yeah.
And his van had 400,000 miles
so
on
what's
it.
your point?
Before it broke down for the last
All right,
time.
dude. You ready?
Yes, sir.
We're going to drop your weight. Here's your copy of Extreme Fat Smash Diet.
I already got one. I paid full price for it.
I'm giving you another one.
You need another one.
Yeah, you need
sign
two.
it?
You ate it.
I'm going to sign it. Dude,
All right.
you got to lose weight. You're 340.
Yeah, I know.
340.
Are you? And you're not even. If you're the number one competitive eating guy in the world, I would say, okay, the guy's making a living. Leave him alone.
I'm mediocre.
He's even mediocre at that, Dr. Ian Smith.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Come on, get on the program. Where's E-Rock? E-Rock is doing it, man.
Yeah.
We'd love to feature you.
I bought a whole bunch of veggie burgers I'm going to eat.
Dr. Ian.
All of them, probably in one sitting.
Hold on. We got to get him in the spotlight. He's a character. He's been on TV for his competitive eating. He's got some chops. He's some comedy chops. This guy would
Finals at Nathan's.
This guy would be perfect for this magazine that wants to feature one of your clients. And he has lost the weight, so he does have some willpower.
He's got the potential to do it.
Yeah.
But he doesn't
it's
want to
healthy
embarrass
for you.
himself, though, because he's got this fat smash. He doesn't want to go look and then have Pat not lose the weight. Cause
Yes.
Pat, I tend to have compulsive behavior, and I want to be compulsive about losing weight.
Okay, so we'll check with you every week. All right, the slot is open. The slot I have is for an O&A person. So if it's you, if it's E-Rock, if it's a pest out there, anyone who listens to O&A, I have the slot open to lose weight on Fat Smash or Extreme Fat Smash.
I will do it. I'm committed. Or I should be committed.
Talk to Dr. Ian in a few more minutes, because as soon as the show goes off the air, we all make believe we don't know each other.
Okay,
we go our own way. So, we're focused here. What do you want to ask him?
Well, I have a problem with, I eat portion control. I have a little portion control issue. I think I need to spread it out. How many meals a day do you recommend?
You 5 to 6.
Ooh.
He's looking at that like, great, I can hold on myself.
Take it easy. I see your crotch is getting a little tight there. Hold on. Small meals. Small meals a day. 5 small meals a day.
And we all just turned into drumsticks in the studio.
Oh, yeah. He's
like the whole cartoon.
Wow, that's delicious.
It's a big piece of ham.
Yeah, talking hamburger.
Jimmy turned into a hamburger.
All right, listen, dude.
Yes.
The book shows you all the meals you got to eat each day. It tells you specifically. There's no guessing. Each day, it gives you a journal, lets you know what you got to eat, how much you got to. You got to exercise. If you're not going to exercise, give me the book back.
See? I'm joining the gym. I got one just opened up right around the corner from me.
When are you going to join?
Today.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. He doesn't sound. See, he doesn't sound.
I've been around Dr. Ian enough to know that's just like what he doesn't want to hear it that way.
Join today.
How much?
Guaranteed.
How much is gym membership?
I actually priced it out. It's like $59 a month.
Well, good luck raising the
I'll
money.
pay for your gym membership.
Oh, Jimmy.
You'll go.
Wow.
I will do that.
Oh, Jimmy.
Honestly, I'll pay for your gym membership if you go.
Jimmy, why don't you just take the money and throw it in the garbage pail?
I don't have to pay for my own. I get mine for free. It's in my building, so I'll give it to you.
No, I think I could do it.
I think I can.
I will do it.
I will do it. See what I mean? This is what I mean. I do this with celebrities all the time, dude. It's the same old thing. It's like maybe, wine. Either you're in or out. Man up. You're in or you're out.
Absolutely.
Well, he's got his chick flying back to the broken down trailer, so.
Yeah.
When's she coming?
I believe Saturday.
And how long is she staying?
Well.
A new motivation for Pat.
Here.
See, this is what started his weight loss the first time, so this might be good news for Pat.
Do you regret now eating and not continuing the weight loss?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, because now she would have flown back and see the new Pat, see? You blew it!
Not yet. Maybe there's still, if you start doing it again, you can do it.
I didn't gain weight. I lost a girl.
What? Oh, boy. Listen.
Yeah.
You got. I'm telling you, you have the potential for the slot. E-Rock's got the potential. Anybody out in O&A land who are on the virus, following Fat Smash diet, if you do it, email me, and we'll consider you. Send me some photos and pictures and some text or whatever you're doing. We'll consider it. But I got to give the slot to O&A.
All right, give the email address out because we got to get off the air.
Email me at fatsmashdiet@aol.com. But be serious about it. You got to lose at least 15 to 20 pounds.
It works.
And Dr. Ian, congratulations on the supermodel you and your wife produced. Future supermodel.
Thanks for having me in, guys. I love you guys. I miss you guys.
Are you in town for a little while?
Yeah, I'm in town.
See, we could have done more with Pat. We'll try to figure out.
Next time.
Maybe we get you back on the air Thursday or Friday to do a little more with Pat.
All right.
Yeah, we need
Pat,
more of an
thanks.
intervention.
All right, we got to get off the air. We have some weird meeting that's taking place right now. I don't know what that's about, but
we will see. Let's go.
We will see.
Bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
It's the Opie and Anthony Show on 92.3 Free FM.